Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to PYRA. It's been a minute, guys. It's been a minute since we've had a tournament, but I'm so excited to see you guys once again. Welcome back to PYRA. Welcome back to the PYRA tournament, and welcome to the PYRA Cup Championship Series. Welcome to the first tournament in the PYRA Cup Championship Series. You guys can just call it the PCS. It's too many words, I understand. But more importantly, welcome to PCS Double Down, the biggest tournament maybe in the world, with over $1,500 on the line in cash prizes. Everything is on the line. It's all or nothing for this tournament, and there are legacies on the line at stake here. My name's Kian Lynch. I'll be your host, tournament CEO, founder, caster, commentator, and everything in between. I'm just going to keep adding things to that, if I'm being honest, until I get the ring of it. But I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited that you guys are here sharing this journey with me. And yeah, we've got so much to cover here. We have so much to talk about in this tournament. But like I said, $1,500 in cash prizes are on the line. $1,000 is going to go to our PCS Double Down champion. I am so excited because we've got so many top tier stackers here. We'll be having 32 stackers in this competition, double the amount of stackers we had in our last competition. Double Down, you know, that's where the name comes from. But we have so much to talk about. But I want to talk about the current rankings for every stacker in the world. Let's take a quick look at our PYRA point rankings. We actually have a graph for this. So as you can look over here, the PYRA point rankings, this is a ranking system for everybody in the world under PYRA. And as you can see, it is not Shankangian or William Morrell sitting at the top. Evan Cloud with 500 points exactly is currently sitting at number 1 in the PYRA point rankings, the PPR for short, followed by Shankangian in second, William Morrell in distant third, Trey Griffith, Naoki Sukine, Matthew Fulmer, Karifu Law, and Will Allen. I apologize. I'm going to butcher some names today. That's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. But, you know, we're doing our best here. We're doing our best. We've got a lot to talk about with the format today. We will be seeing a majority of those stackers in that top 8 on the PYRA point rankings. And more specifically, we're going to be seeing a couple of those stackers today. Specifically, Evan Cloud and William Morrell will be playing today, will be stacking today in Group A. But before I can even go into the event, before I can even talk about some of the new rule sets we have for PYRA, let's take a quick look at the stackers we'll actually be seeing compete today. We have 16 stackers competing today: Evan Cloud, William Orrell, Naoki Sukine, Will Allen, Maxim Savaras, Billy Wilmoth, Gianni Barletta, Tristan Playmondone. I apologize again, I'm probably going to butcher some names here. Finley, Newell, Caitlyn, Quinn, Ethan Hester, Gabriel Temperley, Gavin Silifant, Sarah Quinn, Alex Penman, and Jason Bremen. These are going to be the 16 stackers we see today. We'll be seeing 16 more stackers tomorrow, but we've got so much to talk about. We can't just cover those guys. It would be unfair to the rest of the stackers we'll be talking about, and we've got so much to cover. In fact, we actually have an entire new structure with how we'll be going forward with our rules. Before we can even talk about the first event, let's talk about a new rule set we'll be going forward with, aka deductions. Now, most of you probably know what scratches are. When you make a mistake somewhere that isn't fixed, it's usually considered a scratch. Our form of this is going to be called deductions. They will be given a deduction instead of a scratch. Deductions will be a specific amount of time added to a set time. However, the time will still count. Example, if I had to get a 5.500 cycle, but the 3 falls, I will get a deduction. This tournament is going to be cycle exclusive, so it's going to be 1 second deduction for every cycle. So again, in my case, I would have a final time of 6.500 seconds, as 5.500 plus 1.0 for the cycle, would be 6.5 seconds. But that is still going to be the final cycle time. There is no, like, the time just doesn't count. The time counts. At the end of the day, the time will still count. This is more so in the situation that, you know, one stacker gets like a 5.7 cycle, but the 3 just barely falls off the mat or something, and the other stacker sees that, drops like a 17-second cycle, is goofing off knowing they already won. That's just not fair to the competitive integrity of the sport. We want to make sure that everybody's getting a fair chance here when we actually look at who is going against who. You know, we want to make sure, like, if we're being honest, deductions shouldn't even really be that much of a difference to scratches. If we have 2 stackers that are going the same pace, chances are deductions aren't going to make much of a difference. But it's there in place so that everybody knows what's going on. Everybody knows, like, head-to-head specifically where these stackers are at, and so that the competition is fair at the end of the day. But really quickly, before we get into our next segment for this tournament, I want to cover one other thing. The Swiss stage, which is going to be the format we're doing today. Let's take a really quick look at this. The Swiss stage, 32 stackers are divided evenly into two groups. 16 stackers in Group A, 16 stackers in Group B. We'll be seeing Group A today. Group B will be tomorrow. Format is going to be head-to-head cycle. Every stacker is going to start with a 0-win to 0-loss rating, meaning that no wins, no losses. There's going to be one warm-up beforehand. First stacker to win 3 rounds wins the match. This is the same thing we saw PYRA Cup All-Stars. You will always go against other stackers with the same win-to-loss rating as you. For example, if I lost my first match and then won the next 2, I would go against another 2-1 rated stacker, so another stacker that won 2 matches and lost a match. Now, the goal here is to win 3 matches before you lose 3 matches. Stackers who lose 3 matches, you are out. You are eliminated from the tournament. You are out. No playoffs for you. But if you win 3 matches at any point in time, you qualify for the playoffs. There's no bonus matches. There's no, I'm already out of the tournament, but I'm trying to boost my ego here. You win 3, you qualify. You lose 3, you're out. This is the most balanced way I can see it. It saves time. It gets more competitors into the sport. And overall, I'm so excited. We have so much to talk about here, but one of the bigger things we want to introduce into the broadcast is an analyst desk. This is something I wanted to do for the longest time. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you the PCS analyst desk presented by Advanced GG. To my right, Ethan Jones. To my left, John Sukine. Gentlemen, thank you for being here with me today. John, how are you doing, mans?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited to watch some stacking today.
Doing pretty good, doing pretty good. Now, unfortunately, as you could tell, we had some technical difficulties with Ethan. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get his camera working, but we will move on. We will survive. Ethan, how you doing, man?
Doing wonderful. Happy to be here, Kian. Thank you for having me.
Now, again, we do have you guys here as analysts. We have a lot to talk about. We have a lot of stackers to cover, but you guys have already seen the standings. You've already seen the group for Group A today. Are there any matches in particular that might line up, that might actually already be a round 1 match? Any matches that you either really want to see or that you are likely to see, that you really want to see between 2 stackers?
Well, for me, a couple days ago, we had a last-minute switch. Caitlyn Quinn got added to the group, which means we have the potential for a Quinn-Twin matchup.
Oh, man.
It's not super likely. They're on opposite sides of the bracket, I believe, but it's possible we might get lucky today for a little sibling rivalry. Also, in First Strike, Evan Cloud and Naoki Sukine had a match where Naoki had a hiccup, but Evan Cloud got a 5.2, and he was right. Naoki was right with that 5.2. It would be nice to see a rematch of that, and maybe Naoki gets a little bit of redemption.
Yeah, I actually want to take a moment to focus on Naoki, because I think Naoki is an amazing stacker, probably one of the most talented stackers we actually have in the competition. However, Naoki has seemed to have always fallen short when it comes to competition. As you can see, has yet to win a Tier 1 tournament. I believe he does have a tournament win. I think it was a smaller online tournament. But you can see 93% consistency rating at 363, and the 5.204 we saw at PYRA Cup First Strike. PPR rank of 5th, 167 points. So he is a top stacker even in the ratings consideration. And with a personal best of 4.881, the potential for this stacker is literally off the walls. But Ethan, I want to hear it from you. We have a lot of stackers here today. Who's your dark horse candidate for this group?
Well, you know, Will Allen has always been somewhat of an underdog, and only just recently has he really started to gain that respect from the community as a top-tier competitor. I also enjoy watching the twins as well, especially Katie Quinn. I think she's exceptionally fast and also very consistent. So looking forward to watching the 2 of them. And again, it's not all about speed. Consistency matters just as much, if not more.
Yeah, consistency is a huge factor, when it comes into this tournament. And I love that you mentioned Will Allen. Will Allen, oh my God, such an underrated stacker. And I think we have so much, we have yet to see as much as we can truly see out of him. In fact, let's take a look at some of his stats here. You can see top 10 stacker ranked in the United States, 95% 333 consistency rating, top 10 363 stacker in the world. Will Allen is so well-rounded. Cycle personal best of 4.726. The only real blemish, if you can even say that, on his profile here is his PPR ranked. He's currently 8th, which I think is a little bit below his pay grade. I think he has more potential for this. However, this is only his 2nd PYRA tournament, so there's so much more to be seen from Will Allen as to where he can truly go in this tournament. And obviously, we're talking about a lot of stackers here. We're seeing a lot of stackers today. But these aren't the only stackers. We do have other stackers in Group B as well. And I want to kind of get them involved in this conversation as well by asking one simple question. John, we'll start with you on this one. Who do you think right now is the best stacker in the world?
Well, I think anybody you ask is going to say either Orrell or Ian. It's really a tough decision between the two of them, but I think I have to give Ian the edge, and that's because he was the 2019 world champion. He won Online Worlds in 2021, and he also took home the championship in PYRA Cup All-Stars. Of course, Orrell in All-Stars didn't use 2-pad mode. He used 4-pad mode. That might have slowed him down a little bit, but Ian pretty much dominated that tournament. So I give the edge to Ian, but maybe Orrell today will start moving up on the leaderboard.
Yeah, and you make a great point here. William Morrell, I believe, did use 4-pad mode for the entirety of that competition. He committed to it, which, respect. But because this is cycle-based, this is a cycle-based tournament, anything is possible this time around. You don't have to worry about 3-3-3 or 3-6-3. But Ethan, I want to hear from your perspective. Do you agree with John here? Do you think that Chen Kang-yin still has the edge? Do you think this is where Orrell proves that he is still the top dog? Or do you have another name in mind?
No, I absolutely believe Ian is the best in the world. William Morrell, tremendous respect for him. He's the very best to ever do it, in my opinion. But Chen Kang-yin, I believe, is not just the best stacker in the world. He is firmly cementing himself in the conversation for the greatest stacker of all time. He is just one of 2 3-time world champions. He's ruthlessly consistent. His track record is almost unmatched. I look forward to watching him this weekend.
Well, we have so many conversations about these two stackers, about Chen Kang-yin versus William Morrell. Let's just pull up a quick graphic of these two stackers specifically. Chen Kang-yin versus William Morrell. We have lineups of world records. William Morrell dominates that without question, 35-6. Consistency percentage. Chen Kang-yin does fall slightly behind when we talk about overall consistency at William Morrell at 90%, which is insane for overall consistency. Tournament best cycle, this is where Ian has the edge, 4.753 to 4.813. PPR ranking, again, where Ian has the edge, 2nd to 3rd. I mean, again, one tournament from both of these guys. We have so much to see, especially in this tournament. But the personal best, hey, this is where you got to give William Morrell credit where credit's due. 4.431. Absolute insanity. Something that people didn't think was going to be possible to even touch years ago. 4.569 from Chen Kang-yin. We're still waiting to see who is truly going to overlap the other stacker for that for the conversation. Is William Morrell going to actually take back where his deserved place is at the top of cup stacking? Is Ian beginning his own dynasty? We have so much to talk about here, and we're going to end off this conversation with one simple question for both of you, and we'll actually start with Ethan this time around. Who is winning PCS Double Down? I want your early predictions. Give me the spicy takes. Who is winning PCS Double Down? And also, you can throw this in as well. Who's the dark horse candidate to win the entire tournament?
With Evan Cloud winning the last tournament for PCS, that being First Strike, I believe that he is rightfully the favorite. I think anytime that you're the defending champion, you've earned that right to be the favorite. But Chen Kang-yin, you can never count him out. Again, one of the best competitors in the history of the sport. When you have a track record like Chen Kang-yin has had, winning numerous consecutive tournaments and 3 world championships, he's always hard to count out. Also, I want to give another shout out to Will Allen. Obviously, we haven't seen him yet in a PCS tournament, at least in my knowledge anyway. But we do look forward to watching him this weekend. And I feel very strongly that, oh gosh, I'm losing my train of thought here. In watching him in previous tournaments, I do feel very strongly that he has a very good chance to take this tournament. Again, speed is one thing, but Will Allen is ruthlessly consistent, and he's had an amazing track record in tournaments to back it up.
John, do you agree here with Ethan? Do you have a bit of a different take? Who's your favorite to win this tournament?
My favorite is going to be Chen Kang-yin. I would say second is William Morrell, and those two combined, I would take over the rest of the field. So those two combined have greater than 50% chance of winning, I would say. As far as my dark horse candidate goes, I did look at the poll that was posted earlier this week on who you thought would win. And Naoki was not getting a lot of love in that. So I'm going to go ahead and pick him for some of the reasons, Kian, that you mentioned earlier. He's got a 4.884 cycle record. So he is pretty fast, and maybe he can turn some heads this weekend.
Well, you heard the predictions here. Obviously, I'm biased here. I got to go with the Evan Cloud Supremacy for my favorite to win. But you know what? One real thing before we get going, I got to say, looking at that poll we posted earlier when we posted who was everybody's favorites to win the tournament, number 1, I believe it was William Orrell. Number 2, Chen Kingian. Number 3, Tyler Fano, who, yes, is competing in this tournament. He'll be competing tomorrow. And I got to be honest, I didn't even know who this kid was up until I met him at Hotlanta. It was an amazing experience. I saw him, I think, break, it was like the cycle national record, something like that. Insanely consistent, insanely fast. He's been practicing. He's been grinding a lot for this tournament. I'm super excited to see him compete. He'll be competing tomorrow. Everybody, we will not be seeing him today, unfortunately, but we have a lot of stackers we will be seeing today. So one more quick thing before we go. I want to give another huge thank you to the sponsor of the PCS and PYRA, Advanced GG. Advanced is the healthy energy drink alternative to get your caffeine fix with transparent labels and top-tier ingredients like Newell, a new ingredient that has double placebo clinical tests to prove its effectiveness in cognition, focus, and decision-making. If you want to be like me and plenty of other stackers out there that made the advanced choice, pun intended, head over to advanced.gg today. And by the way, if you use code PYRA, that's PYRA, at checkout, you'll get 10% off your order. With that all being said and done, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be saying farewell to these two gentlemen for the time being as we head off into a quick break. And after that, we're going to have some matches right ahead of you. Stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the PYRA Cup Championship Series. Welcome back to BCS Double Down. My name is Kian Lynch. I'll be your caster, commentator, host, founder, CEO, really cool cup stacker that it might be the 50th stacker to get a 4. Who knows? Who knows? You'll just have to wait and see and find out. But ladies and gentlemen, I've got some exciting news. I think we're ready. I think we're ready to see some competition go down. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our first 2 stackers ready. We have our first matchup ready. It's going to be Evan Cloud versus Jason Bremen. So without further ado, if everybody's ready out there in the audience, let's see some stacking. Let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen. Our first matchup is going to be Evan Cloud versus Jason Bremen. And I'm going to hand it off to Gabe to start us off.
All right, Evan, Jason, can we please unmute? And can we get a thumbs up to the camera, please?
And I apologize if the
All
angles
right.
are
Each
little
of
bit
you get one
imperfect.
warm-up.
perfect here. I'm doing my best. Jason's actually sitting down for this one, which I find kind of hilarious, and also I respect it.
All right, Kiara, you'll be taking Jason's spot to judge, and I'll be taking Evan. We're good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Stackers, when you're ready, hands on timers.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. First matchup underway. Evan Cloud versus Jason Bremen. Let's see it happen.
Ready, set, go.
Hard.
Clean, smooth, consistent there from Evan Cloud. He will take the first round comfortably.
Really?
Yeah, really, Jason. I like how he semi-responded to me there.
Go, bro.
Did Jason drop a cup? I think he may have broke one. We're gonna find out. Don't know what to expect. I don't know either, man. It's gonna be spicy.
Really?
All right.
That's lovely.
Evan,
That is clean.
and Evan was clean as well. Evan has a 6.780. Jason, would you just mind showing your timer?
What, just a lovely start.
46.
46.
Feels like my
136.
cycle.
All right.
Just make sure you can read it, right?
Yeah, I can.
Sweet.
All right.
All right.
Stackers, reset their timers.
Timers are being reset.
Oh,
Round
God.
number 2 is underway.
And hands on timers when ready.
Jason's getting his mental game in it. He wants to win this.
Ready, set, go.
Oof. But Evan, I mean, he's just slow and steady wins the race, but Evan is just that much faster. Evan's going to take a quick 2-0 lead here. Now, how the matches are seeded out is that, unfortunately, a lot of the top stackers in the world, like Evan Cloud, the #1 ranked
All
stacker,
right. Evans was clean.
are going to go against some of the
Evan has
lowest
a
ranked stackers in the world, stackers who don't
6.417.
have any points in the PPR, like
Jason
Jason
has a
here. So again,
19.123.
everybody, you know, unfortunately, some stackers get
Evan
kind of the
takes
short
round
straw
2.
here, and I think that's the
And
situation
remember
with
that
Jason.
this is a
But
best of 5, best
not the end of the world.
2-3. All right. Stackers, hands on timers, and yeah, reset as well.
it's going to be match point for Evan here, up 2-0, 1 round to close it out. And he will go up 1-0 in the matches. Ooh, cleaning off the timer. He means business.
Ready, set, go.
I feel like everything just lagged there at once. Couple fumbles out of Evan there, but he will still get the job done. It's going to be a quick and simple 3-0 here for Evan Cloud. It's a defending champion. It's not too surprising here to see that Evan Cloud takes the first match with relative ease. It's going to be Evan Cloud with a 3-0 victory. With a 3-0 victory over Jason Bremen. And unfortunately, again, this is the situation where if you're Jason, you got the short straw. But guess what? Your matches later on are going to be easier, at least most likely. Hopefully you won't have to go against the defending champion every single time around. But we are waiting for our next matchup to get set up here. So I am going to actually take a quick look, quick dive as to our next matchup here. Yep, it's going to be William Orrell versus not Naoki. William Orrell versus Alex Penman. Ooh, that sounds exciting. So we are just waiting for confirmation from the judges. We're waiting for both stackers to pop their cameras up. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like our next matchup is in the works right now. It's going to be William Morrell versus Alex Penman. Let's take a look.
It's the same on your side, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, can we get a thumbs up to the camera? I'm ready. All right, can we get one warm up?
One warm up for each of these stackers. And then it is go time. William Orrell versus Alex Penman. And again, you pull the short straw and
All
you
right.
get William Orrell.
Stackers, Hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Orrell's camera's a little bit behind, but he will take that round again with relative ease. 6.190
William was
there.
clean.
Alex has 11.455, and William has a 6.190. William Morrell takes the first round.
Very convincing first round there from William Orrell, but this is
All
where it
right,
gets reset.
stackers,
Stop to win
reset
2 more.
timers. Hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
I'm actually a little bit confused as to who
William
won that.
is clean.
Williams was clean. 7.247. Oh, hold on a minute. Oh, do we have an upset story brewing here? Alex Penman. First
I
round
think
on the board.
Gabe may be having some camera trouble, but with that, Alex did take the match.
Right.
Okay, thank you
Not the-
very much.
not
Sorry
the
about
match,
that.
guys.
Should be good now.
The
Alright.
round, not the match.
So it's
Excuse me.
1-1, correct?
Correct. It is 1-1.
All right. All right, stackers, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Now you see Alex is actually giving it his all out, but again, this is William Morrell we're talking about here. Multiple fumbles and a deduction at the end.
We'll add
6.222 should
one
be a convincing round
deduction
win.
onto Alex.
and
His
it will
time is
be.
8.266. William is 6.222. William takes round 3, and it's 2-1.
Orrell is up 2-1 against Alex Penman. This is
All right.
match point for Orrell, and this is where
Stackers,
Orrell should close things
Hands
out.
on timers. Ready, set, go.
And I even heard the stacks come down. It's going to be 6.408.
Alex is clean.
And so is William.
Yep.
Alex has a 9.667, and William has a 6.408. William takes round 4 and the match. Good job to both of you.
You heard it right there. William Morrell will take the match there in a 3-1 fashion. Actually, quite surprising performance there from Alex. Was able to take a round off of probably the greatest stacker of all time. So you know what? If you're Alex Penman, don't beat yourself up too much. Some things, again, you pulled the short straw. So we're just trying to figure things out with the next matchup here. I believe it is Naoki Sukine versus Sarah Quinn. Yes, it is. Oh, this should be spicy. This is asking for there to be upset potential, ladies and gentlemen. We're just waiting for both stackers to get ready. In fact, actually, I think they both are ready. There you go. Naoki
There we go.
Sukine to the left, Sarah Quinn to the right.
All right, can we get both of you to unmute your mics, please? And can we get a thumbs up to the camera when you're ready? And you guys get one warm-up.
Again, unfortunately, we are doing this as an online competition. Not how I want it, but it's just how the world is sometimes. And
Okay, for
Naoki,
some reason, I still can't see Naoki. Yeah, can you
I think
see her?
Naoki's lagging a little
No.
bit. I also
Um,
cannot see Naoki. Naoki is
Yeah,
got
he's
a little bit of
frozen.
lag.
Yeah.
Naoki, can you hear us?
Yeah.
We can't see you.
Might be
It's
some quick
still
technical
loading.
difficulties to resolve on the other side of things, so we're just going to wait for them to fully resolve the situation there. Naoki might have to disconnect and reconnect, so we're just going to take a moment to wait. But overall, I will say, so far, everything has gone according to plan. I also want to give a huge shout-outs to Caitlyn Quinn, who is also competing today, might we add, who is actually cheering on her own sister in the chat right now. Shout outs to Caitlyn Quinn. Shout outs to the Quinn twins as well. They are both in the same group, and we did mention this earlier. There is the potential for there to be a Sarah Quinn versus Caitlyn Quinn matchup at some point. It would be upsetting, though, if it was like both of them were, like down 0-2, and the match was literally to determine who continues on and who eliminates the other. That would be sad. But I've just heard back from the team. It looks like the technical issues have been resolved, so we can go right back to our matchup here. Naoki Sukine versus Sarah
Naoki, I think
Quinn.
we're good now.
All right. Looks all good to me.
For the most part. It's kind of glitching out of here and there, but I think we're okay. All right. We did our warm-up.
I think I'm back.
Yeah, okay.
So warm-up's
We
already
did our
been done. These guys
warm-up
are ready.
So
Round
this will
one.
be round
Naoki
1.
Sukine versus Sarah Quinn.
Stackers. Hands on timers. Ready. Set. Go. Naoki is clean.
Naoki's looks
Kayla
clean,
had
and
the
it is
deduction.
convincing as well. It'll be a
Okay.
first round. Nice and
Naoki
easy
has
for
a
Naoki.
6.331, and Sarah has a 9.130 because of the deduction. Naoki takes round 1.
So nice, the deduction for cycle is just 1 second. You just
All
toss
right.
it on top of it, you know?
This is round 2. Stackers. Hands on timers. Ready. Set. Go.
Might be another technical issue on the side of Naoki, as his camera has frozen. There we go, he's back. So again, we are online here. Some people have faster internet than others. It happens.
We lost Naoki again.
It happens. It's not going to interrupt the match too much. We're not going to let it interrupt the match too
Can you
much.
still hear us?
Oh, wow. Actually, look at that as well.
Yeah, because we
9.535 to
can't see you.
9.319. Sarah Quinn will take a round here. It is going to be an even match.
On my side. Wait, Kiara, can you see him?
I see his timer just frozen on the screen.
Oh, okay. Okay, now I see it.
Again, I apologize. We do have some technical difficulties in the background. So we're just trying to get those resolved as soon as possible. Again, I'm not a magician. I can't go to people's houses and make their internet faster. So as long as we get a clear signal from the team, we are going to be able to go. But impressive from Sarah. Gets around on the board against one of the best stackers in the world, and Naoki. So it looks like Naoki's connection is resolving here. So let's see.
Hopefully that will stay that way. This is round 3.
Looks good to me.
For the most part, Naoki is kind of lagging on my side though. He's like in and out.
Yeah, he's lagging on my side too, so I don't think it's just you.
Okay. Naoki? Can you hear me still?
Yeah.
For
That's what
the
we have to do
sake
with
of the
some-
connection, would you mind just disconnecting then reconnecting?
All right, we're going to let them do that real quick. I do want to talk really quickly about the beginning of that match. It was, unfortunately, a bit laggy. Again, I apologize. But I will say as well, very impressed by Sarah, was able to get around on the board. And again, this is a battle of consistency at the end of the day. This is not just a battle of who is the fastest stacker in the world. It also is a consistency battle on the other side of things. And Sarah was able to take a round off. And this is why there's so much upset potential in this tournament. It doesn't matter if you're like the fastest stacker in the world or the slowest stacker in the world. All that matters is who is going to win versus the other stacker. Like, it doesn't matter how fast you are if you can't do it on that table when it's ready, set, go, you know? And this is what I love about competition. This is what I love about the head-to-head atmosphere of the competition. I'm going to take a quick look back, and it looks like things are starting to clear up a little bit. And again, we will wait for a call on the match of Naoki versus Sarah. Again, I will just say I'm not a magician. I feel like I've said that a couple times now. I apologize. It just happens sometimes. But let's talk real quickly whilst they resolve some of the connection issues. I want to talk real quickly about some of the previous results. Evan Cloud, William Morrell, both up 1-0 now in the win-to-loss record, meaning that they will be lined up. They won't be going against each other head-to-head, but they will be lined up for their matches going forward. So they will both be in the 1-0 matches column at the very least for the next set of matches, because this is just one set of matches we're doing here. We have 8 matches, then another 8 matches to determine 0-0 match records, 1-0 match records, 0-1 match records. Like, there's so many things analytically we have to look forward to. But I've just gotten word that Naoki has reconnected. Let's take a quick look. Is our boy back? Are we good?
3, and it was 1-1, I believe.
Yeah.
Match is 1-1.
Yes, match is 1-1.
Match is indeed 1-1. 1-1, Naoki versus
Right.
Sarah. Is Sarah going to
go.
pull off the upset?
This is round 3.
Maybe not of the
And it's tied
decade,
1-1.
but
Stackers,
definitely the upset of the year.
Hands on timers. Ready. Set. go.
Ah, that's such a so much smoother from the connection from Naoki. And it looks like Naoki is going to be able to close things out nice
Naoki
and
was
easy.
clean.
And Sarah was clean.
6.345. That's going to be
Naoki has a
2-1 lead to
6.395,
Naoki.
and
Match
Sarah
point
has an
to continue on.
8.738.
I knew that
Naoki
was
takes
gonna-
round 3. And it's 2-1. All right, this is round 4. Stackers, hands on timers.
Match point for Naoki. Sarah has to win 2.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, multiple fumbles from both stackers. Who's going to be able to close this out? Cup falls off the table from Naoki. Oh, but Sarah doesn't finish the 1-10-1 in time. That was
like
just
20
asking for
Naoki
there
is
to be
clean.
upset potential, but Naoki
And I would
will
just say
take
it was
it
clean.
in for,
All right,
and
Naoki
that
had a
is going to be a 3-1 victory
and
to
Sarah had
Naoki.
a
But man,
14.121.
that was close. That was close. Sarah almost had that. Almost just waiting for the upset to happen there. And I mean, you got to be impressed if you're Sarah. That was some good resilience. That was consistent stacking, taking advantage of like when Naoki was showing some inconsistent signs. And, you know, props to Sarah Quinn. That's going to be a little bit worrying going down the line if you're some of the other stackers going in that on one match side of things. So, you know, just understand that this is a game of consistency as well as a game of speed. So, that all said and done, looks like we have our next matchup lined up. It's going to be Will Allen versus Gavin Silifant. This is going to be exciting. Let's take a look.
All right, can we just have Gavin and Will turn on their microphone, please? Rather, unmute.
Yeah, there.
All right, can we get a thumbs up to the camera? You're good? All right. Gavin, we're waiting on you on that one.
Oh yeah, sorry.
You're gonna thumbs up, okay? You each get 1 warm-up.
All right. One warm-up is done for Will Allen. We're still waiting for Gavin to finish his warm-up, but it looks like either way, we are ready to go with our first matchup. With our 4th matchup.
All right.
It's going to be Will
Stackers,
Allen versus Gavin
Hands
Silifant.
on timers.
I hope I got the names in the right place this time.
Ready, set, go.
Don't know how much I messed it up. Ooh, fumbles early from both stackers. It's going to be a matter of who takes advantage for this properly, and it looks like Gavin's going to be able to do it. Look at that. Round number 1 going the way of Gavin. 9.527. It wasn't clean, but he got the job
Volume
done.
was clean.
Gavin has a 9.527 and Will has a 13.774. Gavin will be taking round 1, and this is round 2.
Is Gavin going to be able to pull off an upset
right.
here to
When both
change
of you
the
are ready,
pace of the
stackers,
bracket?
hands on timers.
This would be something else, but he has to win at least 2 more rounds.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, much more consistent from both stackers here. Ooh, a fumble, though, coming in from Gavin, and I think that's
Gavin
going to
is
cost
Volume
him.
was clean.
And let's
Gavin
see,
has a
6.34.
7.287 and Will has a 6.347. Will be taking round
Gavin has
2.
a 728.
7.
It's
right.
going to be a little bit of a slower
And
cycle
that
from
means it's
Gavin
tied.
with an
Can
extra
you guys
fumble
still hear
there.
me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, this is round 3. Stackers, hands on timers.
Remember, this is a game of consistency. At the end of the day, speed is just another factor.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, that was picked so
Gavin is
perfect.
clean.
Let's see who actually closes this one out.
Volume is also clean.
Gavin has a
7.123 to
7.123
6.747.
and
It was
Will
just the
has a
timer being a little bit behind.
6.747. Will be taking round 3, and this is round 4.
Ooh, I thought that was a lot
2-1.
closer than it actually was. It was just, well, and
All right,
start
when
being
ready,
a little bit after.
stackers, hands on timers.
Gavin has to tie 2 in a row, or it's going to be Will Allen taking a 3-1.
Ready, set, go.
But really impressive stacking so far out of Gavin. And just as I say that, Caster's Curse, it's going to be multiple fumbles, and Will Allen's going to be able to close it out in 4. Will Allen will close out this match, and we'll go up 1-0, and the
Gavin
match is 7.759.
9.262.
And yeah, a good start to Gavin. Maybe a little bit of a shocker here, but again, this is a game of consistency at the end of the day, on top of there being speed. It's not just one side of the road, it is the other side as well that you have to consider. And Gavin, good attempt there. There were multiple chances, and I think Gavin really had a huge opportunity for some upset potential there. We just weren't able to see it. We just were not able to see it happen from Gavin's side, and that's unfortunately all she wrote. But with that being said and done, we have our next matchup in the works. Maxim Savaras versus Gabriel Temperley. Sorry, Maxim Savaras versus Gabriel Temperley. Just waiting for both connections. Oh, I stand corrected. It looks like they're both ready from their sides.
Yara? Okay.
Oh yeah, I can hear you again.
Just wanted to make sure. You'll be taking Maxim, correct?
I know.
Good.
I know.
Just wanted to make sure. And I'll be taking Gabriel. We'll be good to go. And can both of you unmute, please? Thank you. Yep, we're good. And yeah, can we just get a thumbs up from both of you? All right. Thank you, Maxim. Thank you, Gabriel. You each get 1 warm-up.
1 warm-up for each of these stackers. I think this is a very exciting match to watch here. Maxim Savaras versus Gabriel Temperley. Again, apologies, I'm probably pronouncing a name wrong somewhere.
Stackers, hands-on timers.
Let's get it started.
Ready, set, go.
The way that these guys start and stop is always so intense. Ready, set, go. Ooh, it looks like that will be a cycle. Oh, actually, I stand
Maxim
corrected.
was also clean.
Let's see.
Gabriel has a 6.078,
Ooh.
and Maxim has a 6.545. Gabriel will be taking round 1.
Round 1 goes to Gabriel
All right,
Temperley.
this is
All
round
right,
2.
then. Gonna be a
Stackers,
spicy
hands-on
matchup
timers.
here.
Ready, set, go.
Get apologies for the slight lag delay on one side of the broadcast. I don't control every aspect of the broadcast, so we're just gonna have to wait until the buzzer beater draws. It did look like a clean cycle from Maxim.
Gabriel has a 9.584. It was clean. And Maxim has a 10.577.
Ooh.
Gabriel will be taking round 2.
And this is where it gets spicy. Maxim,
Stackers,
a reverse
hands-on
sweep
timers.
demanded in order to go up 1-0, or you're going down 0-1. Let's see what happens.
All right. Ready, set, go.
Early start there from Maxim. Is he going to be able to get the speed? Oh. Cups nearly cost him, and actually it will. I think that's it. I think that is a done deal.
Gabriel,
it's going to be a
clean.
3-0 sweep.
Gabriel has a
Gabriel
6.978,
Temperley.
and Maxim has an 11.503.
Where has this come from?
Gabriel takes round 3 and the match. Very good job to both of you.
Wow, I was not expecting that. I know how good Maxim can be in the clutch moments, but he just could not keep his stacks up, man. That was unfortunate and one side of the things, but at the same time, again, this is a game of consistency, and Gabriel was just able to edge things out. It is going to be a 3-0 sweep on the side of Gabriel Temperley, and Maxim will go down 0-1 in favor to Gabriel Temperley, who will go up 1-0. So our next matchup here on the side looks like Billy Wilmoth versus Ethan Hester. Oh, I'm so excited for this one. I cannot wait. Let me make sure that both stackers are ready in the background. Oh, they already beat me to it. Oh my goodness. Let's just get to it. Let's just get it down to it. Ladies and gentlemen, Billy Wilmoth versus Ethan Hester. Oh, the display.
All right. So I think we're good to go. Can we get a thumbs up from each of you?
You got a double one.
All right, thank you. You each get 1 warm-up.
Look at this. This man looks like he's going to work directly after this match.
Oh yeah, okay.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is a game of consistency. It's a matter of who wins that game,
All right,
and then
Ethan, will
speed
you
is a
be
nice
taking
extra
warm-up?
factor. I think Ethan forgot that there were warm-ups on top of this, but
It might just be
Ethan
a bit
also
delay.
looks like he's
Okay.
got to dip and go to work
All
directly
right.
after this game is over.
Stackers, hands on timers.
Dressed in sharp for the occasion, that is true.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, speed is key here. And look at that, 6.114
All right,
from Billy.
Billy was
a
clean.
very convincing
was
round
also
one
clean.
out of him.
Billy has a 6.114, and Ethan has a 9.246. Billy takes round one.
Alright.
All right, round two. Stackers, when
Somebody
ready,
in chat said he's
hands
got
on
that
timers.
Arkansas drip.
Ready, set, go.
Oh, multiple fumbles out of Billy at the end there.
It's going so
He looked like he
well.
was going to
It's going
take
so
it,
well.
and it's going to be a deduction out on top of
Ethan's
Billy
that
has
time
11.
this-
is
one deduction.
clean.
And that's going to
All
be a
right,
clean run
Billy
from
has
Ethan.
an 11.776 due to one deduction, and Ethan has a 6.858. Ethan will be taking round two. The score is
I just-
1-1.
1-1 here.
Ow. Alright, I'm good.
And
You
I
okay,
mean, I
Billy?
gotta say that first
Yeah,
round from
I'm fine.
Billy
I
was
just fell over
so
and I scratched
consistent.
up some
So if he
blood,
can
but
keep that
I
up,
know.
he is going to be
All right.
dangerous in this tournament.
This is round three. Stackers, hands on timers.
I love the display out of Ethan using his
Ready,
laptop.
set, go.
Ooh, fumble out of Ethan there, and it looks. Oh, that was close.
my
Oh,
God.
but I think
Billy
Billy
was
just
clean.
barely gets it. It was
So
a
what,
clean
Ethan?
run at the
Billy
stop.
has a 7.070, and Ethan has a 7.310.
I'm going to interrupt
Billy
real
will be
quick
taking
here. I just want to clarify. Billy, I'm going to get a judge's call here. What was the call on Billy's time?
It was clean.
That is a clean run. All right, Billy, going up 2-1.
All right, 2-1,
Sorry, no,
Billy.
my heart stopped there. Don't do that.
His heart stops 7:07.
All
Billy
right,
up
that
2-1,
was
ready to
round three.
close
This
things
is round
out.
4. The score is 2-1.
Woo, that gets it hard
Stackers,
racing, I
reset
understand.
timers, and hands on timers.
And by the way, if you want to take a live look at how the matches are going and where the standings are for everybody, there's a link
Ready.
in the description below where you can
Set.
check everybody's standings in Group
Go.
A. And here we go. Round 4. Early fumble out of Billy. Ooh, that looked close.
That was
Oh,
close.
but Billy,
Billy
just
has a
gets it
6.332.
just
It was
barely.
clean.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
And
I
Ethan
gave
has a
Ethan an extra round.
6.559.
Billy
Oh, that
takes
was
round
such a close
3-4,
matchup,
sorry,
but Billy
and
is gonna win it out in the end, 3-1. Ooh, that got your heart racing there. I think that's actually like the closest matchup we've had so far. Oh man, this gets me excited for the rest of the tournament. That was Billy versus Ethan, but every single one of those rounds could have gone the other way, basically other than the first. And this gets you excited if you're a fan of Billy Wilmoth. The EU supremacy standing on top of things, but it's going to be a 3-1 in favor of Billy. And we have our next matchup in the works. Gianni versus Caitlyn. Ooh. This is going to be a spicy one because I know how fast both of these stackers are. And this is actually our first broadcasted tournament with female competitors. Shoutouts. So I just wanted to throw that out there. We did have one female competitor at PYRA Cup First Strike, but it was also my mom. So I'm not sure how much you weigh into that. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happened at PYRA Cup First Strike. What matters is the competition. And look at these two already warming up. These guys were already ahead of me. They knew what they were doing.
Kian, we're good?
We are great, my friend.
All right, and the stream's showing? Good. All right, stackers, hands on timers.
Round number 1 coming up right here. It's going to be Gianni.
Ready.
Gianni Barletta
Set.
versus Caitlyn
Go.
Quinn. Almost coming out of both stackers here. It's a matter of who gets it done in time. And I think even with
Gianni
some of
was
the lag
clean.
there.
And Sarah was
never
clean.
mind. I lied.
Caitlyn. Gianni has a
Caitlyn, I'm not paying attention. I am
6.774,
sorry.
And Caitlyn has a 7.097.
Well, but laggy,
Gianni,
but Gianni
will
gets
be
the job
taking
done.
round 1.
It's so
Alright.
hard to discern sometimes
round 2.
who's where just because of the lag.
Stackers,
But again,
hands on timers.
that's what happens when you run an online tournament.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, multiple fumbles coming out of Caitlyn Quinn. But I think that's a clean cycle we just heard there out of Gianni, and it will be early too low in early too low lead here for Gianni Barletta.
All right, Gianni has a
Max point.
6.190, and Caitlyn has a
Caitlyn has a
10.921. All right, that was clean for both of them. Gianni takes round 2.
Round 2
right.
in favor
Stackers,
of Gianni Barletta.
hands-on timers. This is round 3.
Match point here for Gianni. Caitlyn has to at least get one on the board. There has to be some consistency found
Ready,
here.
set, go.
Let's see if it happens. Ooh, multiple fumbles out of Gianni. And look at this. 7.384.
Gianni was clean.
Reverse sweep starts here. And I think that's a clean time, 7.384. I think that's a 9.
But it did not.
Caitlyn gets
It
one
didn't
on
affect
the
it
board.
because Gianni has a 9.210, and because
what
of
did
the
I do?
deduction, Caitlyn has an
You didn't fix
8.384.
The 3 fell, and you moved on to the other 2 down stacks.
I thought that's clean.
I think it was clean.
I thought
Okay.
it was
Even if
scratch.
it was a deduction, a 1-second deduction would still make it an 8, which would still be a faster time,
It
right?
would still be Caitlyn winning that
Okay,
round.
so 2-1.
2-1, that is correct. This is round 4.
This is why deductions are important here, friends. It's not just a gone
Stackers,
and dusted time.
hands-on timers.
Caitlyn still wins because she
Ready,
still had the faster time.
Set, go.
But she's going to need 2 more of those. Ooh, early fumble there out of Caitlyn. And that might cost her. And it looks like it
All right,
will.
Gianni was
8.869. 6.847. Ladies and gentlemen,
Gianni has a
Gianni Barletta.
6.047.
He has
and
done it.
Caitlyn
He
had
has
an
won
8.6
his first match in the
8.869.
PYRA
Gianni
tournament.
takes
He
round
missed
4
out on his chance
and
at
the
PYRA Cup
match.
All-Stars,
Very
but he
good
has
job
done
to
it.
both
A
of you.
3-1 victory
job,
over Sarah
Gianni.
Quinn. And I'm so proud of Gianni, man. Thank God. I was really worried for a second that we might see a reverse sweep. And I'm just so happy for him. Shout outs to Gianni. He did it. He got a match win in a PYRA tournament. His first match win under PYRA. I'm so proud of him. But for Caitlyn, on the other side, hey, you know what? You had to go against Gianni. It happens. Don't beat yourself up too much. And we're getting our next matchup underway. This will be the final matchup of the 0-0 win-loss matches. Our final matchup before we start going into our 1-0 and 0-1 matches. And oh my God, I am so excited for this matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, Tristan Playmondone, probably butchered that, versus Finley Newell. This has got to be one of the most exciting matches that we could have. Let's get right into the action here.
Kian, we're good on the stream?
We're good.
All right. Stackers, hands-on timers.
Unfortunately, I don't know which side is which.
Ready, set, go.
And I actually can't even hear anything. Are these guys muted? Good cameras, though. So I don't even know which person's which.
Finley was clean.
And Tristan was clean.
All right. I believe Finley had a 6.268. Tristan, I believe, had a 12. All right.
Ooh, looks
All right.
like Finley's gonna get the
So
word.
either way, Finley takes round 1, and this is round 2.
All right, I think I figured out the names here. Finley on the left, Tristan on the right.
Stackers,
I think. I don't know.
hands-on timers.
Yeah, this gets your heart beating. Finley with an early
Ready.
start, though.
Set, go.
And unfortunately, these guys don't seem to have audio. Oh, well. But here we go. The matches are going underway. Tristan is fumbling all over the place. Finley, okay. I forgot to add his first point, but you know what? I already know we're going to add another to that board as well. A 2-0
All right,
lead
Finley
here.
has
This
a
is Tristan we're talking about, guys.
5.985. That was clean.
This
Tristan
has
a
upset written all over it.
14.021.
All right, Finley Newell, a
Finley
2-0
takes round
lead.
2. And this is round 3. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
Match point for Finley. Can he pull off the upset?
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, a rough start there for Tristan. And look at Finley. He just doesn't care. He's going to finish it clean. A
Finley was clean.
3-0 wipe of the board. Finley Newell.
All right.
My
Tristan was also
goodness.
clean.
Dominance out of the
5.963.
gate.
I believe Tristan
I
was an
wasn't
8
even ready to put his name on the board, and he already takes the match 3-0. Guys, I don't know what just happened. I blinked, you blink and you miss it. Finley Newell, a 3-0 sweep of Tristan. Tristan, like Tristan playing, like best stacker in Canada, Tristan. That's quite shocking. You know, maybe Tristan's a little bit out of form. Maybe he needs to warm up a little bit. You know, time zones might be a factor of that. But at the end of the day, this is high-level competition, my mans. You got to be ready for that type of thing. But here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get right underway with our 1-0 matches. And then we'll be going into our 0-1 matches. So for a quick reminder, our 1-0 matches, Evan Cloud versus Finley Newell, William Orrell versus Gianni Barletta, Naoki Sukine versus Billy Wilmoth, Will Allen versus Gabriel Temperley. Then on the other side, Jason Bremen versus Tristan Playmondone, Alex Penman versus Caitlyn Quinn, Sarah Quinn versus Ethan Hester, and Gavin Silifant versus Maxim Savaras. So actually, the reward for Finley for 3-0ing Tristan, now he gets to go against Evan Cloud. Don't we love how the bracket just treats these guys sometimes? Hey, you know what? If you were able to 3-0 Tristan, though, anything's possible, because that looked amazingly consistent from Finley. So he has major upset going into this matchup. So we're just waiting for both stackers to get on screen here for our next matchup. We are waiting, and actually, never mind, we're not waiting anymore. We got the stackers on screen right now. Let's get to our next matchup. Our first matchup of the 1-0 match is Evan Cloud, Finley Newell, who is going to take an early 2-0 lead.
All right. Can we get a thumbs up from both of you? All right. Thank you. Evan, can you unmute? All right.
Hey,
thank you. This will be one warm-up.
Warm-ups are underway, ladies and gentlemen. Our first 1-0 matchup. Winner goes up 2-0 in
one.
the group.
Stackers,
Hey, this is going to be
hands
exciting.
on timers.
Evan Cloud versus Finley Newell. Who's going to take that early lead
Ready.
in groups?
Set. Go.
Ooh, early fumble out of Finley there. Oh, early fumble out of both there. I am excused. Oh, but Evan will close it out. Championship caliber
clean.
Stacking there. This
Finley
is
was
why
clean.
he's considered one of the
Evan
best.
has a 6.724. Finley has a 7.717. Evan takes round 1. All right. This is round 2. Stackers, hands on timers.
Round number 2 underway. Can Finley bounce back? You can see.
Ready.
Look how much
Set.
Finley is shaking.
Go.
I'm not like trying to call out Finley, but I gotta say this is very impressive. Especially the nerves that are going on. But look at Evan,
Evan is
6-0-1. Doesn't look like he's breaking a sweat here. A 2-0
Evan
lead
has a
for Evan. Wants to go up 2-0 in the groups as
Finley
well.
has a 7.6. What was that? 7.670?
0-0.
0-0. Sorry. So Evan takes round 2.
Ooh. Match point for Evan
And
here.
this
Finley
is
has to
round
pull
3.
off 3 rounds
Stackers.
in a row.
Hands on timers.
Look at that.
Ready.
Championship jersey.
Set.
It belongs to him for a reason.
Go.
Round number 3. Can Finley tie some rounds together? Ooh, this is going to be a close round. Who's going to close it?
Evan is
5.919.
clean.
Let's see.
Finley is clean.
Finley's is clean.
Evan has a 5.919 and
5.827.
Finley has a
Ooh.
5.827.
It was
Finley
close,
will
but
be taking
Finley's
round
here to
3.
fight.
The score is 2-1.
Ooh.
And Evan
Oh,
is
that
leading.
gets your
This
blood
is
pumping,
round
doesn't it?
4. Stackers, hands on timers.
Is this the reverse sweep being asked of for Finley? Or is Evan going to close it out in
Ready?
4?
Set, go.
This is where we find out. This is when the nerves are at an all-time high. Oh, this looks fast, too. Oh, my goodness.
Evan is clean.
5.851.
And
What
Finley
did
is
Finley get?
clean.
5.601?
Evan has a
Are you kidding me?
5.851 and Finley has a 5.601.
Oh, the reverse sweep is being asked for, and Finley is delivering.
And for the first
It
time
is
today,
all
we have
tied
a
up.
round 5.
Round 5 indeed.
Stackers is the tiebreaker here. Hands on timers.
And this is why we love top-tier cup stacking head-to-head. Who is
Ready.
going to go up 2-0 in the
Set.
matches?
Go.
Ooh, early fumbles out of both, but Evan's going to fall shortly behind. Oh, but Finley drops some cups on a 6-6 down stack. It's not going to matter, though. Oh, is it? No, it's not. It's going to be a
Evan has 1
3-2
deduction.
reverse sweep from Finley.
Finley's clean.
And Evan's going
Evan
to have a
has
deduction
an
at the end. I
11.869,
cannot believe the
and Finley
resilience
has a
out of this kid.
9.800.
Ladies and
Finley
gentlemen,
takes round-
that is more than an upset. That is outright shocking. Finley Newell takes down Tristan in 3-0 fashion, and then a reverse sweep against the #1 ranked stacker in the PPR, Evan Cloud. Y'all need to clip this moment. That was a highlight and a half. Evan just could not keep his stacks up for that last round. And for the other 2 rounds, it was super competitive. It was so competitive. It was down to the damn wire. That could have gone the other way for sure. It could have been a 3-0, but Finley, what resiliency. Finley's going to go up 2-0 in the group stage. And Evan's going to be stuck at 1-1. And this is why I say consistency is key here. That was amazing. That was so much fun to watch. I'm going to check real quick to see if our next match is up and ready, and they beat me to it. That's not that. That's the wrong scene. Okay, we're good. We're good.
All right. I believe this is round 1. Gianni against William Orrell. Stackers. Wait, what?
I forgot to reset the
Stackers,
scores here.
Hands-on timers.
This happens
Ready.
sometimes. I apologize.
Set. Go.
Ooh, some early fumbles. This is the battle of the laggy cameras here. Who's going to win it? Okay, what a surprise. It's Orrell. Orrell wins at everything, as we all know.
Right, Gianni
That
was
was
clean.
clean.
Gianni has an 11.929, and William Morrell has a 5.811. William takes round 1. All right, this is round 2. Stackers, hands-on timers.
Cruising right through these matches.
Ready, set, go.
Another great stacker here against one of the best in the world. Has to be consistent, but Gianni just cannot keep his cups up. And
Gianni
you're
was
going
clean.
against the best, so
William
you best
is
not
clean.
miss.
Gianni has a 7.996, and Orrell has a 5.864. William takes round 2. All right, this is round 3. Stackers.
Right, now number 3, Gianni.
Hands-on timers.
Can you do what Finley did? Can you tie 3 in a row against one of the best? Because you're going to
Ready.
need to.
Set, go.
Ooh, early fumbles. Sounds like. And a
Gianni was
5.711.
clean.
And I think that's going to be the 3-0. Yes,
Gianni
it
has
is.
a 6.944.
It's going to be the 3-0 in favor of William Orrell there. I know. Absolutely shocking. William Orrell 3-0ing. I know. Crazy. But good effort there from Gianni. But I mean, when you've got that pressure knowing you're going against the greatest cup stacker of all time, at least by most people's consideration, 2-0 surprise, you know, you're going to have to show up and show out. And even then, how much can you really do? So it's going to be a clean 3-0 for Mr. William Orrell. He will go up 2-0 in the group stage so far. Our next matchup, though, Naoki Sukine versus Billy Wilmoth. I'm super excited for this matchup. I feel like this could go either way. These are 2 great stackers. This is a matter of consistency. The most consistent stacker wins this match, for sure, in my eyes. So let's take a quick look and let's see if these guys are ready. Look at them. I don't know if they too at the early on their warm-ups. I'm so far behind. I know if only I wasn't doing this directly by myself, right?
I saw my hand shake so much when you say start handle.
But it doesn't matter. These guys are warmed up. They're ready. Ladies and
All
gentlemen,
right,
round number 1 is underway.
Round 1. Stackers, hands-on timers.
Billy Wilmoth versus Naoki Sukine.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, good starts out of both these stackers. Who's going to be able to close that? Oh, this might be closer than I realized. 5.95
I
seconds.
think you got it, I think.
Billy has a
6.209.
5.957, and Naoki has a 6.209.
That was a close round there.
Billy takes round 1.
Billy will take the first round.
All right, this is round 2. Stackers, hands-on timers. Ready, set, go.
Billy has been, I was about to say he's been super consistent, and then of course, just a second I'm about to say that, it messes him up.
I tried to
Billy was
Really
clean.
fast stop there. It
Billy
doesn't
has
matter.
an 8.505, and Naoki has a 6.262. Naoki takes round 2, and the score is 1-1.
Tied up one apiece.
round
Who's going to be able to
3.
get the early lead here?
Stackers,
Ready for the match
when ready,
point.
hands on timers.
Billy's been super fast. Naoki has been relatively consistent.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, cup falls early from Naoki. Unless Billy majorly messes this up, he won't. 6.160. Billy's going to take the early lead here. That is the con of using a stack station. Unfortunately, that cup's going off the table, and you're never seeing it
Billy was
again.
clean.
Just about.
And Naoki? All right.
Oh, I forgot to show the time. Oh, my bad.
Okay, thank you.
You have a stack station.
Billy has
Use
a
it.
6.160.
Get the tournament display ready, my man. What are you doing?
15.918. Billy takes round 3, and the score is 2-1.
2-1.
Round
Billy, one
4.
round to close it out. Go up
Stackers,
2-0 early in
hands
these
on
matches. That would
timers.
be something else.
Ready, set, go.
Quick readjustment there. Is Naoki going to be able to tie this up? Oh, multiple fumbles. There will be a deduction there from the slider. Oh, and it's going to be closed out by Billy. 3-1. Very impressive from Billy there. He will close out the series in 4. Go up 2-0 in Group A. Very impressive resilience out of both stackers there. But I mean, obviously, we have to recognize Billy is amazing. He is so good. I've consistently told this kid, you just need to have confidence in yourself. You have confidence. This kid's had more hours of practice because he's on a different time zone, so he's actually had more time to be awake and actually practice and warm up. And I think that's kind of showing the advantage there. Billy closes it out in 4. He will go up 2-0 in the group stages, and Naoki will have to keep trying. He will be 1-1. And as a reminder, if you guys would like to check the current standings for everybody, there is a link in the description below for the current stats of where everybody is at. And if you're watching on Twitch, you can do ! bracket to check where the bracket is at. But with all that said and done, we have our final match of the 1-0 matches. The winner of this will go up 2-0 and meet the other stackers in the 2-0 matches. The loser will meet the other stackers in the 1-1 matches. And then we get into our 0-1 matches where we start to enter the danger zone for a lot of these stackers. But our next matchup seems to be ready. It's Will Allen versus Gabriel Temperley.
All right, stackers, this is round 1. Hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, looked fast, but I think a couple cups fell there.
Gabriel had 1 deduction.
Oh, and if it wasn't for that deduction, he would have won by the
clean.
tiniest bit.
Gabriel
Oh, wait,
has
no.
a 7.803, and I believe Will had a
It was a 5.
5.810. So Will takes round 1.
For some reason, I thought that was a 6.810. I thought it was like
round 2.
a 100th of a second off.
Stackers, when
Excuse
ready,
me.
hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Apologies, need to get some liquids in me. Ooh, Gabriel's camera's a little bit behind here.
Had a deduction there. The flipped cup went like off the mat like that.
Oh,
Okay, thank you.
all right. So it looks like a deduction from Will Allen's side.
Gabriel
Let's see
has
the
a
time.
6.413. And Will, can you just show you that time?
5.728.
All right, Will actually has a 6.728 because of that. So Gabriel takes round 2.
This is why the deductions are important here. When you make a mistake, it's not automatically considered a scratch. So if Will Allen's time was a little bit faster, he could have won that anyways.
Hands on
But
timers.
that's how the cookie crumbles. 1-1.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, early fumble there from Gabriel, as you can hear. Will Allen looks like he's going to close it out smoothly. And it looks like it's going to be the early advantage,
Gabriel has an
6.051.
8.274, and Will has a 6.051. Will takes round 3. All right, this is round 4. Stackers, hands on timers.
All right, stackers with their hands back on the timers. Let's see where this goes.
Ready. Set, go.
Ooh, that looked close.
Gabriel
5.899 to 5.716. It's not going to matter either
Gabriel
way.
has a 5.899 and Will has a
you can hear it,
5.716.
It is how it is.
Will
It's going to be a 3-1 victory for Will Allen. Close by Gabriel, but it's just not going to be enough. Again, when you're going against the very best stackers, you got to be able to show up. A little bit of inconsistencies in some of those early rounds, but he was able to at least take a round off. Good effort there from Gabriel Temperley, but Will Allen will take the match 3-1. Now, we are getting ready for, I call that kind of danger zone of the matches. We are now getting ready for our 0-1 matches. I actually have to type it out physically. And it looks like we are getting our first two stackers set up here. Our first matchup, Jason Bremen versus Tristan Playmondone. And Tristan, this is where you got to get on the board for sure. Jason, who knows? Maybe he has some upset potential.
You please. And also, Jason, would you mind unmuting? All right, thank you. You each get one warm-up.
One warm-up for each of these stackers. Jason Bremen versus Tristan Playmondone. Hopefully this is where Tristan gets back on the board here, gets some match wins under his belt. He has to. If you go down 0-2, who knows where you're going. And again, for Jason, this is kind of unfortunate. They're going against some of the very best. I thought he just broke the cup for a second.
Stackers, this is round 1. Hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
You can see how nerve-wracking this can be sometimes for these stackers. It's just a matter of consistency here. Tristan is dropping cups left and right, but thankfully Jason has been as well, so that helps him out a little bit. Waiting for the final time confirmation, but I do believe that is going to be clean from Tristan. It should be the round win.
Tristan was clean.
Jason, please show your time. Jason has a 17.688. I believe Tristan had an 11.9 something.
I pinched my freaking. Oh god.
Oh, he pinched his finger.
Right.
Oh, that's the worst feeling in the world. I feel your pain there, Jason.
And this is round 2. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. You can do this.
Hey, you love the confidence from Gabe. Just trying to make sure everybody's hyped up. What we'd love to see. Positive pyramids here, ladies and gentlemen.
Ready, set, go.
Oh, shit.
Jason.
Ah,
Jason is comedy.
dang it.
I think he dropped a cup there. 7.787. It's going to be another clean round for Tristan. Jason, though. Hey, get some love in the chat for Jason. He's doing his absolute best where he can. It's not easy to be able to do this, especially, you know, in his current situation, but he's doing everything he can with the situation he's got.
Right, Jason is clean.
And Tristan is clean.
Jason, would you mind showing your time when you get the chance?
Oh, he's just doing 360s. He's getting in the zone. I would be afraid if I'm Tristan.
Jason
He just did a 360 on that man.
5.890.
I would not want to challenge.
5.890. Tristan will be taking round 2, and this is round 3. You can do this. Stackers, hands on timers.
Justin things, making sure angles all in the right places. Jason wants this win.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, drop cup from Tristan. He's going to be able to rebound it, though. And it looks like that's going to be the end of the tail. Unfortunate for Jason.
Clean.
And for Tristan, if you had even lost a single round there, people would have not.
All right. Jason, what was your time?
But yeah, it's going to be a simple story there. It is going to be a 3-0 sweep for Tristan, but that was very expected. And you know what? Again, get some love in the chat for Jason. Thank you guys for, you know, always being supportive of the other stackers in the community. And remember, we We built positive pyramids here. Jason wanted to compete here. He was super excited for this competition. I was actually very active in asking a lot of questions about how this competition goes. I'm super glad we were here to have him. And don't worry, he's not out of the tournament yet. He is down 0-2, but he can tie 3 in a row. You never know. You never know. This is a game of consistency at the end of the day. And we're moving on to our next matchup. And this next matchup is going to be spicy. Alex Penman versus Caitlyn Quinn. Both stackers had relatively close matches against their counterparts of Billy and Gianni, but both suffered 1-3 losses. It's going to be a matter of who can dig them out of that loss tie and who's going to fall deeper into that hole. Let's take a quick look. Let's see if these stackers are ready.
This is round 1. Stackers, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Move with quick speed here, and these cups look like they're using the same cups. Looks like a smooth cycle though from Caitlyn Quinn.
And Caitlyn was clean.
Both for
Alex
clean.
has
Caitlyn takes an
8.321.
1-0 lead here.
Caitlyn has a 6.833. Caitlyn takes round 1.
If Caitlyn were to win this match, she would be the first female stacker to win a match in PYRA and the PCS as well. This would be something to talk about.
Ready, set, go.
Did you see that determination on Alex? Not going down without a fight, but his cups have something else to say. Got to be able to keep them up in the patterns, but Caitlyn's got to close things out. And it's going to be a deduction to add insult to injury. 2-0 lead for Caitlyn
Alex
Quinn.
has a 10.496, and Caitlyn has an 8.318. Caitlyn takes round 2. This is round 3. Stackers, hands on timers.
Will Caitlyn be the first female stacker to win a match in PYRA?
Ready.
This is the chance.
Set, go.
Ooh, super smooth. Just has to close this out. No consistency on that side from Alex.
And Caitlyn was clean.
And it's going to be a 3-0 dominance. Ladies and gentlemen, the first female stacker to win a match in the PCS.
And the match.
And I am so proud. Shout outs to Caitlyn. Let's get some love for Caitlyn in the chat. The first female stacker to win a match in the PCS. And we're going to have another female stacker right after her. In fact, it's her own sister, Sarah Quinn versus Ethan Hester, which is another exciting match to take a look at. And in fact, I think if Sarah wins this, it might actually be Quinn versus Quinn, which will be super exciting to watch. Sarah Quinn versus Ethan Hester is the next matchup lined up. So we're just waiting on confirmation from the background. And again, a really quick thank you to everybody who's watching in the background. I love you guys so much. Thank you all so much for being here. But yes, let's keep moving forward. We got our next Quinn twin against Ethan Hester. And no, not a 3-0. Just forgot to
Don't worry
adjust
about
that.
it. You're all
The
good.
nice thing is I actually don't have to
Alright.
change the
Can we
Quinn
get a
on the
thumbs
right
up from both
because
of you?
it's also a Quinn.
And can we have one warm-up each?
Warm-ups have begun. It's going to be one of our last 2 0-1 matches, and after the 0-1 matches, we're going to take a quick break, go back to the analyst desk, and we're going to talk a little bit about the results so far.
Stackers, this is round 1.
We have to get to these 2 matches first.
Hands
Ethan
on
Hester
timers.
versus Sarah Quinn. But we have another female
Ready, set,
going 1-1.
go.
Ooh, fast stacking out of Caitlyn. I say that with bated
Ethan was
breath.
clean.
But actually, that might.
They don't have
might
a
not matter.
deduction.
There was a deduction.
you.
It's not
But
going
she
to
still
matter.
won.
9.216, and Sarah had a 7.5.
This is why the deductions are important
Sarah
here, people.
takes round 1.
I forgot
Because that deduction adds a second.
And
It
this is
still
round 2.
has a winning time for
Stackers,
Caitlyn. Not for Caitlyn, for
hands on
Sarah Quinn.
timers.
I'm sorry, there are so many Quinns here.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, early fumbles out of both stackers. Oh, I think a cup drop from Ethan. That might be the chance to take advantage of it. And Sarah will 2-0 lead here for Sarah Quinn.
Ethan is clean.
8.686.
clean.
Match
Ethan has a
point for both Quinns in a
14.245,
row.
and Sarah has an 8.686. Sarah takes round 2. And this is round 3. Stackers, hands on timers.
Now, I do have some unfortunate news. Unfortunately, if Caitlyn and Sarah both win their matches, sorry, if Sarah wins her
Ready.
match, unfortunately, she will
Set.
not match up with her sister in the 1-1 matches. I'm sorry, I can't I can't be a miracle worker here, but either way, Ethan's not going down without a fight. Oh, but the deduction from both threes. So it's going to be 2 extra
Ethan,
deductions
I believe,
there.
has 2 deductions.
Yep, 2 deductions for
Yeah,
both threes. So it's going to be 785.
Yep.
Oh my
So
God, my
Ethan has a
camera just died.
And it doesn't matter.
7.854, and Sarah has a 10.506.
Again, deductions are important here, but it will not
Ethan,
matter.
regardless of deductions, takes round 3. And Ethan, okay. And this is round 4.
Good question from the chat. 1 second increase for a
Stackers,
scratch or for one
hands
stack
on
falling.
timers.
It's per deduction for like per scratch, I guess, for per stack that has
Ready.
that was not fixed properly.
Set, go.
And shoutouts to Dominic. I did not know he was still active in the stacking community. Love to see that. Ooh, multiple fumbles coming out
It's
from
about time.
Sarah.
Yes.
And this might be a reverse sweep in the
All right,
worst.
Ethan
is early in.
5.78.
I think I had a deduction or something, but it doesn't matter.
Oh my God.
Ethan has
Ooh,
a
this is getting spicy now.
5.785. Sarah, well, yeah, we'll say it's clean. It's 7.564. Either way, Ethan takes round 4.
This is a reverse sweep in the
and this
works.
is round 5.
Or it's going to be Sarah moving
Anything
up
can
1
happen
and 1.
here.
One
So
stacker goes up
stackers,
on 1. One stacker
hands
goes
on
down
timers.
0 and 2. Final round, round 5. Is there another
Ready.
reverse sweep on the line?
Set, go.
Ooh, really consistent starts out of both. I say that with bated breath. Sarah does drop a cup there, and I think it will be clean.
Ethan is
5.954.
clean.
Unfortunate for Sarah, but good stacking regardless.
Ethan has a
It will be the reverse
5.954,
sweep
and
for
Sarah
Ethan
has
Hester.
a 7.675.
So close, yet so
Ethan
far.
takes round 5 and the match.
And that's just the situation with stacking, is that it has to be clean at the end of the day. And there are situations here and there. And good stacking from Sarah, regardless. I want to give credit where credit is due. Went up 2-0, actually took 2 rounds off of Ethan. Very impressive stuff from Sarah. Just not enough to get the job done. Just barely shy of that matchup. But it's all good. She's not out of the tournament yet. We have one more matchup, and then we head off to a break. It's going to be Gavin Silifant versus Maxim Savaras. This is going to be an exciting matchup. Let's take a quick look at
get a
our 2
thumbs up from
stackers
both
here.
of
Let's see
you
if
when
they're
you're
both ready. We got to reset these scores first. Oh my goodness. There we
All
go.
right. Thank you. You each get 1 warm-up here.
Ooh, a switch cups from Savaras.
All right. This is round 1.
Round 1 in the books.
Stackers,
Gavin Silifant versus
hands
Maxim
on
Savaras. To go up 1-0 and to go down 0-2. Who's
Ready.
going to go where?
Set, go.
Smooth cycle out of Max up into that 1-10-1. Oh, and the cups betrayed Gavin at the end there.
Gavin is clean.
It's going to be a 1-0 start from Maxim.
My cup fell after the.
Yeah, that's fine.
I got
Gavin
it.
has a 9.685 and Maxim has a 6.954. Maxim takes round 1. All right, this is round 2.
Uh-oh.
And
Is it
Gavin
round
just
2?
left.
Gavin was so fed up. He didn't want to deal with this match at all whatsoever. He rage quit out of the match after that fumble. I'm kidding. I think he had a connection issue there. So we have to wait until the reconnection from Gavin. We might give it an extra second or two. Actually, I think it just popped back up in the Discord. All right, we're gonna give him a second to adjust there. He looks good to go. Never mind, we're right back in the match.
Oh, don't worry.
Don't worry,
Did
it
I,
happens.
did you see my time?
He did.
Okay.
And Maxim won. So it's
Okay.
1-0.
That's
Right,
fair.
we're going back from where we started. This is round 2. Stackers, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, dropped cup off the table. Is that going to be what costs him? I'm not sure
Gavin was
because
clean.
Gavin's moving in like 6 frames a
Maxim's
second.
clean.
6.453 for Gavin, and I think that's going to be enough. It will be.
And Maxim has a
Match is tied
7.859. Gavin takes round 2. Scores 1-1. All right, this is round 3. Stackers, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, early fumble from Maxim there. That might be what cost him because Gavin is very consistent right now, and there you have it. I think that's going to be enough. 6.786 on the side of Gavin to 8.997. A 2-1 lead here for Gavin. Match point to go up 1-1. Maxim has to tie the other two.
Round 3, and this is round 4. Stackers, hands-on timers. Ready, set, go.
Oh, the cups at the end there for Gavin.
All right, Gavin had 1 deduction.
Gavin had 1 deduction, and it will cost him. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to a round 5.
And Maxim has a 6.269. Maxim takes round 4, and this is round 5.
Round 5
2-2,
yet again.
Anything can happen.
Anything is possible, as they mentioned.
Stackers,
and a question for the start from Maxim Savaras. I don't think it's going to be too problematic as long as he's not like clearly trying to grab the cups, you know?
Go.
Ooh, early fumble there from Maxim. Early fumbles from both stackers. I am excused. But Maxim is looking like he's going to be able to close it out. And I think he did. That was a clean cycle from Maxim. And the cups fall from Gavin for good measure. That is going to be the 3-2 bounce back for Maxim.
Timer didn't start.
My time didn't start. Did we do it?
Kian.
His timer didn't start? Whose timer didn't start? Gavin's?
Gavin's.
Gavin, do you want to redo that?
Yeah, sure.
Maxim, are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine. I don't really mind.
Sorry, Maxim.
All right, it's going to be a redo on that round. Both have agreed to it, so I'm not too worried about it.
All right, the score is still 2-2.
That's got to be a little bit nerve-wracking for Maxim, but he did agree to it. If he didn't, he still did technically have the faster cycle, so we would have given it to him there.
Ready.
He did agree to it, so good sport from Maxim.
Oh.
Ooh, early fumble on that 6-6. Is that going to be what costs him? Oh, the reset there is not going to go in his favor. Gavin's is going to be clean. 6.84 to 10.108.
8.45, and Maxim has a 10.108.
Oh, that's got to sting if you're Maxim.
Gavin takes round 5 and the match. Very good job.
A good rebound there for Gavin, and again, we would have put it the other way, but Maxim did agree to a rematch because he did have the faster time without Gavin's timer starting. But it is a fair sport at the end of the day. And again, shout outs to Maxim for being a good sport there, for allowing there to be a reset for that round 5. And yes, I'm sure that's going to hurt a little bit, but you know what? You've got extra momentum. He is down 0-2, but remember, it doesn't matter until you're down 0-3. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude our first 2 sets of matches. We now have 4 stackers who are 2-0. We have, I believe it's 8 stackers who are 1-1, and 4 stackers who are 0-4. 2 stackers will get 3-0 match scores, 3-0 matches, and will advance into the playoffs, and 2 stackers will not win a single match and will be eliminated. We've got so much more to talk about when we get back to the analyst desk after this break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the PYRA Cup Championship Series and welcome back to the PCS Analyst Desk presented by Advanced GG. This is going to be our mid-show to talk about basically what just happened, what we saw for those first two sets of matches. And gentlemen, I gotta say, we saw some amazing upsets. And we got a lot to talk about. But John, I'm going to start with you here. What was your favorite match?
I would say Billy Wilmoth versus Ethan Hester is the first one to go all 5 rounds. Very impressive performances by both stackers. I'm buying stock in both of those stackers. I think they're both going to have a great tournament, at least better than I was expecting before.
Yeah, and as well, we can say congratulations to Billy. Up 2-0 in the matches right now. And of course, he's got the absolute gauntlet of a match to see if he goes 3-0 or if he goes 2-1 against William Morrell. That's going to be a spicy match, and he's got a lot to prove. Of course, one thing that we've talked about previously was confidence, and he needs a little bit more self-confidence. It seems like he's got a little bit more resiliency this time around. We see how much better he's gotten. But another thing that really makes me happy, seeing Gianni win a match. I was so happy to see Gianni win his first match in PYRA at PYRA Cup All-Stars. He fell short massively. Went 0-7, I believe. Not to call him out, but we have to take a look at these things at the analyst desk. So I was happy to see him get a match on the board. But one match I want to highlight in particular, and Ethan, I'm going to hand this off to you. That match, Finley Newell versus Evan Cloud. Evan goes up 2-0, and then the reverse sweep from Finley comes in. Anything you noticed in particular about that matchup?
The amazing thing about momentum is that when it changes and it flips in a hurry. And so I think that Finley, he caught fire and definitely took off and ran with it. I have a lot of confidence in Evan. I think that he's definitely still one of the favorites in this competition. But Finley is really surprising a lot of people, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him in the top 3 or possibly even win the whole tournament.
He is definitely making conversations about being a contender for this tournament, and now also is up 2-0, has a matchup to see if they'll go 3-0 against Will Allen. It's not going to be an easy matchup, but on the other side of the bracket, we do have to look at some of the woes of some of these other stackers, specifically Sarah Quinn. We saw kind of a devastating reverse sweep there against Ethan Hester. Gentlemen, anything you want to add about that, or more specifically add about her sister with an amazing 3-0 start to the tournament against Alex?
I mean, I was looking at the results as they were coming in. I was commenting to Ethan that if Caitlyn lost, we would have gotten that Quinn-Twin matchup. But I'm sure Caitlyn's happy she's avoided the 0-2 matchup. I mean, 3-0 over Alex. That's very, very impressive from Caitlyn. So she's got a decent chance to qualify. But her next match is against Naoki, who I thought was was my dark horse candidate. Obviously, he's not 2-0 like I would have hoped, but I still have confidence in Naoki. I do not have confidence in his ISP, unfortunately. He had some video troubles there.
He did. But yeah, you make some great points. Hopefully we see the bounce back from Caitlyn. And these sisters are very supportive of each other. It's just a matter of who gets that momentum. So one more thing before we close this out. Again, Finley Newell versus Will Allen. William Morrell versus Billy Wilmoth. We'll start with the first matchup here. Finley Newell versus Will Allen. Ethan, who do you think is winning this match and going 3-0 in groups?
Well, that is a good question, Kian, because, earlier in the tournament, the very first question was who I felt was a dark horse candidate, and I said Will Allen, but Finley Newell is definitely
making a run of his own.
Yeah, making a run of his own for sure. So I think that it's a very interesting matchup. Personally, I think that Will Allen has the experience and definitely a little bit more seasoned. I think that Finley hasn't stacked quite as much as Will has in the past couple months, really. But I never want to count anyone out. And this is sports stacking, or this is cup stacking, and anything can happen.
Anything is possible, and we have one more matchup to talk about here, and the 2-0 groups. William Orrell versus Billy Wilmoth. John, do you think Billy Wilmoth has the potential, has enough in him to take down the greatest cup stacker of all time?
It's a tough matchup for him, but so far Billy's performed as well as he could. I think I still give the edge to William Orrell, but I do expect that it's not going to be a 3-0 match. It's going to be. I'm hoping it goes all 5 rounds.
It
Me
is a
too.
question: who will win?
Who will win? And we have 2 wills on the side of, we have 2 wills. Who will win? Okay, jokes aside, because we're going to be here all night if I go off of these. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for the mid-show of the PCS Double Down Day 1 Group A matches. We're going to head off to another quick intermission. Then when we get back, we're going to get into our 2-0 matches to see who goes 3-0, our 1-1 matches to see who goes 2-1 and 1-2, and then our 0-2 matches to see who's going to be staying home real early. And again, thanks so much to Advantage G for sponsoring the broadcast. We'll see you guys right after the break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the PYRA Cup Championship Series. Welcome back to PCS Double Down. Oh my goodness, we have some spicy matches in store, and our first set of matches are going to determine who is going to go 3-0 in group stages and qualify their spots in PCS Double Down Championship Saturday playoffs, and who is going to have to keep on fighting. Our first matchup here, 2 stackers that are considered underdogs and dark horses. Finley Newell, who had a reverse sweep against Will Allen and a 3-0 sweep against Tristan Playmondone, versus Will Allen himself. Did I say Will Allen? I meant Evan Cloud, excuse me. But Will Allen also has 2-0 on his own front, and we're going to see who goes up 3-0 and who's going to have to keep fighting.
By the way,
All
Kian's
right.
still talking. Okay, there we go.
I was about to say. All right. A very good luck to both of you. For any of you watching on the YouTube stream, we already had our 1 warm-up, so this is round 1.
Round 1.
Stackers.
Thank you for clarifying.
Hands on timers.
All right. Who's going to go up 3-0? Who's going to stay 2-1?
Set. Go.
Reminder, 1 warm-up, which was done off stream, and then it is first to 3 rounds wins the match. Ooh, and this looks convincing. Just as I say that, the cup falls for Finley. And I think that's going to cost him. It will.
Finley has a
Allen will start with a 1-0 lead.
Will has a 6.197. Will be taking round 1. All right, this is round 2. Stackers, hands on timers.
All right, hands on timers. Round
Ready?
2 here. You can see Finley.
Set.
He wants to go in. You can see how much he's shaking right now. It is just a matter of getting these rounds on the board. Early cups drop for Will Allen, and that's the best opportunity to take advantage. Super convincing round from Finley. 5.886 to tie things up.
William was clean.
Finley has a 5.886 and Will has a 9.218. Finley takes round 2 and the score is 1-1. This is round 3. Stackers, when you're ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
This is for taking the 2-1 advantage in this series. Fumbles out of both these stackers, it seems, or maybe it's just Finley. Will Allen goes up 2-1. Match point for Will Allen to
Finley
get
has a
a 3-0 sweep and
Will
qualify
has
for playoffs.
5.657. Will take round 3.
Did I just say 3-0 sweep? I'm sorry.
4.
Need more caffeine, you need more
when
advanced.
ready, hands on timers.
If he goes up 3-1 here, if Will Allen wins this, he qualifies for playoffs.
Ready, set, go.
But Finley needs 2 rounds of his own to get his own qualification. Let's see if he can do it. Early fumbles out of boboth stackers, but who's going to be able to close it out? Oh, right. I think that was
Finley
just off the mark. 6.781,
William got a 6.78.
7.016,
right,
just barely missed it. And ladies and gentlemen, there you have it.
3, round 4. And the match.
It's going to be a round 4 win, 3-1 in favor of Will Allen. Will Allen, a 3-0 sweep matches scoreline in the groups. Will Allen is the first stacker to qualify for PCS Double Down playoffs. He will be in the top 16. And for Finley Newell, got to keep fighting. Not done yet. Not done yet. Finley Newell still has so much more to continue on in this tournament. But Will Allen, congratulations. The first stacker to get into the playoffs 3-0. He is done for the day. So Will Allen, this is the time where you go get yourself some pizza. Maybe go get yourself some sleep because you did come in early in the morning. And our next matchup is another stacker that's going to go 3-0. And it is a spicy one. Let me just say that right now. Ladies and gentlemen, our next matchup, Billy Wilmoth versus William Orrell. This is going to be good. I hope to see some top-tier stacking out of both of these guys. But only time will tell. Let's see if it's going to be a one-sided battle or if we're going to go all the way.
All right, can we get a thumbs up from both of you when you're ready?
You get a we'll give you a triple, but it's not possible.
All right, then.
Oh, okay, Billy.
Can we get one warm-up from each of you?
Here we go. 2-0 matches. One stacker will qualify to playoffs. One stacker will have to keep trying. Here we go. Round number 1. Billy Wilmoth versus William Morrell.
This is round 1. Stackers, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh. Multiple fumbles out of Billy there, and you can hear it. Orrell finishes clean.
Oh no, the wires are coming out.
Billy makes the fumbles, but William does not. William Morrell with 5.663 will take the 1-0 advantage.
Oh, well, it's
that's just a flex, Will. That's just a flex.
Billy has an 18.021. And William Orrell has a 5.663.
You could cover the 1 and Orrell would still won.
Takes round 1. All right, this is round 2. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
All right.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, early fumble out of Billy there. And he's going to have a lot to do, a lot to catch up, and Orrell just didn't even allow it. That's another 2-0 lead for Orrell. Match point, 1 round away from playoffs.
Are you kidding me?
All right. Billy has a
9.717,
and
Orrell's
William
very fast.
Morrell has a 5.276.
Not to mention, by the way, Orrell is doing this in 4-pound mode. Even more of a flex. This is just cycle, so he was confident with it.
Hands on timers.
Also respect.
Let's hope for a miracle.
Shoutouts for the haircut for Orrell. I actually
Stackers
like the
ready.
long hair on him, but that's what he
Set.
wants.
Go.
Oh, early fumble out of Billy, and that might cost him. You can't fumble against the greatest. Multiple sliders anyways. It's not going to matter. That is a 3-0 sweep of the board. That is William Orrell. The Wills, they've done it. They have qualified for playoffs. William Orrell, Will Allen, jointly. I guess this is just Will's dominance. I don't know. Maybe we have William Polly like sliding into this tournament later on. We don't. By the way, he's not competing. Before I get your hopes up, he's not competing. I'm sorry. But, and very impressive work from William Morrell, but it's exactly what we expect from the greatest stacker of all time. And consolidation stability, he did give it his best effort, but sometimes when you're doing these matches, your best just ain't gonna be enough. You're gonna have to do a little bit more than your best. But great work from William Morrell. And this is where we get into our 1-1 matches. I'm very excited for these matches because we have a lot of people who want to prove themselves right now. I believe this first matchup is going to be Evan Cloud versus Gavin Silifant. It is. Oh, this is going to be a spicy first matchup as well. Let's just get over to these right now.
All right. Can we get a thumbs up, rather, from both of you?
Thumbs up from both
All right.
stackers.
Stackers, you each get one warm-up.
Warm-up is done, ladies and gentlemen. Evan Cloud versus Gavin Silifant. Round number
Stackers, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Evan has a grudge after what happened with that reverse sweep against Finley. 6.032.
Evan had a
First
deduction.
round goes to...
Evan had a deduction?
I had a deduction.
Yeah, Gavin had a deduction.
Oh, Gavin had a deduction.
Okay, no, sorry.
I was confused
Evan
too.
has a 6.032
You saw Evan was
and
like,
Gavin has a
excuse me?
9.048. Evan takes round 1. All right, stackers for round 2. Hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Second round here, Gavin's gonna get something on the board, and when you're going against the best in PYRA, gotta be able to pull something better off than that, and it's gonna be a 2-0 lead for Evan Cloud. But hey, we heard this story before of Evan Cloud getting a 2-0 lead.
I don't know what to do for that, though.
This
to give Gavin.
is where he needs to close things out.
Just say,
5.962.
either way, how many would that be?
Give
Evan
me
has a
500 deductions. 500.94.
Until the time I get to 959.99.
Yeah. Something like that. All right.
Evan,
So,
you're up 2-0.
Evan
This is where you
wins
got to close things out.
That round 2?
You had a chance when you were
This is round
in the
3.
1-0 matches, and you didn't get it.
Stackers,
Now this
hands
is your
on
chance.
timers.
GG, Evan.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, early fumble out of Evan there. He's got to be able to capitalize off of that. We're to see it's very laggy.
Evan was clean.
Evan was clean. I don't know what Gavin's time was.
Okay, well, that was a sad match. I was not ready for that.
It was so laggy I couldn't tell, unfortunately. But it is going to be a 3-0 in favor of Evan Cloud. Sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. And good work from Evan there. A nice bounce back match to go up 2-1 in the current state of things. And a nice 3-0 in the matches overall. Or sorry, not nice 3-0 in that match overall. 2-1 currently in matches. And for Gavin, now 1-2 on the knife's edge. And oh, this next matchup could be one of the spicier matchups we have. Could be one of the closer matchups we had in our 1-1 matches. It's Gianni Barletta versus Ethan Hester. One of these two stackers are going to go up 2-1, and one of these stackers is going to be on the knife's edge on 1 and 2. Let's take a quick look at the things to come. Okay, I guess not. Never mind. They weren't ready. Never mind. Cut the stream. Cut the stream. Hey, sometimes I expect people to be ahead of me. Because these guys have been on one today. They have been so far ahead of me when it comes to being prepared. So I was like super expecting them to be like ahead of me this time around as well. And this, of course, the one time I'm overconfident is the one time that I'm also wrong. You know what? Guess what? They're ready now. I'm gonna stop talking.
Yes, we can. You just got to turn on your computer. There we go. Kian, we are ready.
We good.
All right. Can we get a thumbs up to the camera, please?
I'm sorry. Did you tell me
thumbs
something?
up?
Oh,
thumbs up.
I'm sorry. I'm good.
It's okay.
It's not.
All right.
These
Can
are
we
not
get
complicated
one
instructions, Ethan.
warm-up from each of you.
I know you have to get to church soon, but. Now, as a reminder for the stackers that lost the 2-0 and 1-1 matches, they are not out of this tournament just yet.
All right. This is round 1.
Here we go. Round number 1.
Stackers,
Ethan Hester versus
hands
Gianni.
on timer.
Versus Gianni Barletta.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, early fumble from Gianni there as we hear it. Ooh, clean stacking from Ethan. Oh!
Ethan was clean.
7.182.
Gianni was
for
clean.
that fumble at the end.
Ethan has a 7.182. And I believe Gianni was, that say 7.164.
Oh, that was clean, and it was so much more down to the wire than I expected.
Closest round today.
Closest round today is correct.
This is round 2. Stackers, hands on timers.
Also, apparently I made a typo. I apologize. It is
Ready,
not Charlotta, it is Barletta.
set, go.
Gianni Charlotta. I'm sorry. Hey, I got a billion different names here. I'm trying. Ooh, some fumbles out of Gianni, and I think that's going to be the round for Ethan Hester.
All right. Ethan was clean.
And it will be.
Ethan has a 7.465, and Gianni has a 10.508. Ethan takes round 2, and the score is 1-1. All right, this is round 3. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go. Ethan had
Gianni
one
is
deduction.
clean.
All right. Ethan has an 8.322, and Gianni has a 6.691.
Ethan got a deduction, I believe, as well.
Round 3. And it's round 4. We're ready.
Round number 4, Gianni.
Stackers,
chance to go up 2-1 here.
Timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, sounds like a couple fumbles in the mix there. Ethan is very consistent.
Ethan was clean.
But I think
And
Gianni
was clean.
Gianni's was clean.
7.233.
Oh
and
my
Gianni has
goodness.
a 6.597,
Sometimes it's hard to tell because it's laggy.
making Gianni win round 4 and match.
Round 4 and the match, you heard it there. Gianni, his second match win, goes up 2-1 in the matches, wins that match 3-1. And very, very good stacking overall from Gianni. That's what you love to see. That's overall, I think, what we all wanted to see. We wanted to see some more confidence, some more resiliency from Gianni Barletta after what happened at PYRA Cup All-Stars. And I'm so happy to see him stacking with a little bit more confidence, with a little bit more grit. And he's doing so much better. I'm so happy to see that. And after that, we've got, this is going to be a spicy matchup. Naoki Sukine versus not Sarah Quinn, Caitlyn Quinn, excuse me. This is going to be a spicy matchup. I think this could go either way, and I'm actually going to check this time to see if we are ready in the backlines. We are ready. That's the wrong tab.
All right. I believe we're ready.
One-man show here, ladies and gents.
All right. This is round 1. Stackers, hands on timers.
Warm-ups are already done. Sarah Quinn, Naoki Sukine for the edge to get to playoffs.
Set, go.
Oh, Naoki's pulled out some new cups. I didn't even see those. Some flash stack cups. 5.760. I can already tell you right now that's the first round win for Naoki.
Was clean.
Naoki's clean.
Caitlyn had a 12.362. Naoki had, I believe, a 5.760.
Yeah.
All right. So Naoki takes round 1, and this is round 2. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Oh my god, so fast right now from Naoki. Even with these flash stack cups, he is just lightning fast. 5.885, 9.333.
Caitlyn has a 9.333.
Naoki up 2-0.
And Naoki had, I believe, had a 5.865.
It was 5.885.
5.885, thank you.
Oh my god.
All right, so Naoki takes round 2. This is round 3. Stackers, hands on timers.
Sarah, I keep saying Sarah, excuse me.
Ready.
Caitlyn has to tie the other 3 here.
Go.
Oh.
Caitlyn clean.
7.284 to
Naoki was clean.
6.195. Even with the fumble,
7.284,
that is
and
a
Naoki a
clean
6.195.
3-0
Figure.
victory
Naoki takes round 3
for
and the match.
Naoki, Sukine, Sarah, Caitlyn. We'll have to keep trying. Sorry, I'm so used to saying Sarah Quinn, and I keep forgetting that Sarah has a sister. I'm going to do that like 18 different times. I apologize. But it is going to be a convincing win for Naoki. For Caitlyn, gonna have to try a little bit more and is now on the knife's edge, 1-2 now on the brink of elimination. But not currently at the brink of elimination because we have some other matches to get out of the way first. Like our next matchup, which I believe is going to be Gabriel Temperley versus Tristan Playmondone. This is going to be a spicy meatball. So let's just get right into it because both of our stackers are ready.
One warm-up.
Warm-ups are bound for both of these guys. Here we go. Round number 1 of the 1-1 matches. Gabriel Temperley, Tristan Playmondone.
Hands-on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, early fumble there. Tristan and the late fumble as well. 5.996. Gabriel Temperley picks up round 1.
And so is Tristan.
Gabriel had a 5.996. Tristan, you had a 7 point...
7 something, I don't know.
7 point something like that. But either way, Gabriel takes round 1.
And this is what really concerns me right now. I'm not sure how far out of the loop Tristan has been recently, but he needs to pick it up. Consistency just not been there recently.
Set, go.
He got 3-0'd by Finley, who I do think has been overperforming. But even then... This is Gabriel Temperley, and he's just not able to keep a stack together.
Gabriel
Tristan
was clean.
Is falling down 0-2 now
Gabriel
in
has
this
a
match.
6.929, and I believe Tristan had a 10 point...
Come on, Tristan. You can do it.
19.
And you're going to need to because you need to tie 3 rounds in a row now.
So Gabriel takes round 2, and this is round 3. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
Tristan has to tie 3 in a row. Gabriel Temperley just 1 more to go up 2-1.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, early fumble there from Tristan on that 6-6. Is that going to be what costs him? Ooh, 6.084. And I think that's got to be enough. 6.592. Another 3-0 sweep against Tristan.
Gabriel takes
what
round
is going
3
on right now
match.
with Tristan? That is 2 times now that he has been 3-0'd, now down 1-2. And Tristan is 1 match away from being eliminated from PCS Double Down. I'm not sure how much time he's had to practice. I'm not gonna harp on him too much, but hey, Canada's watching right now, man. They are watching. And they want you to win. They want you to win. They want you to succeed. So you need to get some round 1s on the board. For Canada. For Canada. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude our 1-1 matches. Now we are going to go into our most intense matches yet. Our 0-2 matches. One of these 2 stackers that we're about to see will qualify, or not won't qualify, will continue on in the tournament, and the other stacker will be eliminated from PCS Double Down. One stacker goes 1-2, one stacker 0-3, and the second you lose 3, you're out of the tournament. And our first matchup is going to be Maxim Savaras versus Jason Bremen. Now is the time.
All right. You each get 1 warm-up.
Here we go. Round number 1. On the brink of elimination. Both of these stackers have to tie together 3 match wins in a row. But somebody's going home now. Well, they're staying home, technically. Excuse me. Warm-up coming in for Jason.
Sorry about that. Kind of got like all the first.
All good.
right. Jason, Maxim, this is round 1. Stackers, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Here we go. Round number 1 underway. To stay alive in the tournament. Oh, the deduction there from Maxim. But I'm not sure if it will matter.
Jason's clean.
Oh, the 6 fell on mine.
Yeah.
So a deduction from Maxim.
Jason, would you mind showing your time?
7.088
right.
from Maxim.
14.571 from Jason. And 8.088 from Maxim. Maxim takes round 1.
Even with the deduction, that is still a round that favors Maxim.
Oh, yeah.
All right. This is round 2. Stackers, hands on timers. When ready. Ready, set, go.
My timer stopped working. Dang it. My timer didn't start at all.
Oh, it didn't start, or it didn't, or it broke?
It didn't start.
Jason, you can still do your attempt if you want.
Oh,
You didn't
really?
start, so you can still do your attempt.
Oh, really? Oh. Well,
Okay,
anyway.
so
You can just do
Maxim,
something, it's okay.
so Maxim just has to wait for Jason to finish his attempt, and then we compare the times.
Well then. So much for that.
All right.
So I believe that match,
Jason's
regardless, is
clean.
going to favor Maxim.
That was a rip.
And it will.
Jason has a 27.888. Maxim has a 10.374. Maxim takes round, I believe that was round 2.
Yep.
Round 2 goes in the favor of
Okay.
Maxim. 1 round
This
away from
is
staying
round
alive.
3.
Jason on the brink of elimination.
Stackers, when ready, hands on timer.
I'm gonna make sure it works this time. Okay.
Ready, set.
I think his mic cut out a little bit there. Maxim is going for the throw. He's just trying to close this out, and it will be clean. Jason hasn't even finished the 6-6, unfortunately. And Maxim Savaras with a 3-0 sweep in this match. And Jason going out in style. That's what we love to see. Go out in style. Have some fun with it. Oh, or not.
You know what? Doing it again.
He's
Anyway.
Either way, that's going to be a 3-0
Jason
for
had
Maxim.
one
We're going to have
deduction.
he's going to have some fun with it, but either way, it is going to be the 3-0 there from Maxim Savaras. And unfortunately for Jason, that will be the end of his tournament run here at PCS Double Down. He has been eliminated without a match win. Unfortunate, but you know what? Shout outs. He signed up. He came here. He did his very best. So everybody give some love to Jason in the chat. Even though he's the first stacker to get eliminated, he did his absolute best. And that's all that matters at the end of the day, that you tried your damnedest and you tried your hardest. And that is not the only elimination match we have. We have one more match up to determine elimination, who's going to stay alive in the tournament and who is going to be eliminated. Another 0-2 match. Alex Penman versus Sarah Quinn. This is going to be a spicy matchup. I'm not sure who's going to take this. This could really go either way. And whilst we wait for that, again, huge shout outs to Jason. You know, he came here. He ensured that we were able to have the tournament format that we wanted, because without him, we wouldn't have had 32 stackers at all. Like, we would have had to like go and beg somebody else to stack or get my mom to stack or something. So he made sure that this tournament happened in the way that we wanted it to, and the way that we kind of needed it to. So shout outs to him. And with all that said and done, it looks like we have our next matchup ready. And another elimination matchup, Alex Penman, Sarah Quinn. One stacker continues and one stacker is staying home.
Awesome. And we each get one warm-up.
One warm-up for each of these stackers. Alex Penman to your left, Sarah Quinn to your right. And again, this is 0-2 match. Whoever wins this match stays alive. The loser of this match is eliminated from PCS Double Down.
Kian, we're good?
We are all good.
All right, Stackers, this is round 1. Hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Looked pretty convincing, if I say so myself. 7.518
Alex
from Sarah.
was clean.
And Sarah was
as
clean.
well. Alex has a
1-0 lead for Sarah.
9.091, and Sarah has a 7.518. Sarah wins
Ooh,
round
the cup switch.
1.
Alex means business. He does not
All
want to
right,
be eliminated.
This is round 2.
And Sarah wants to go against her
Stackers,
sister.
Hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, multiple fumbles there from Alex, and Sarah's going to close it out yet again. 6.703. Sarah Quinn, 1 round away from staying alive. Alex Penman must tie
Sarah was clean.
3 rounds in a row to
Alex
stay
has
alive
a
in the tournament.
12.319, and Sarah has a 6.703. Sarah takes round 2. All right. Stackers, when ready, this is round 3. Hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Elimination point. Early fumble there out of Sarah, though. This is where everything matters. And Alex is going to get a round on the board, not going down without a fight. 1-2, still in favor of Sarah. 2 more rounds for Alex, 1 more round for Sarah. And you see the sisterly support in chat from Caitlyn Quinn.
7.767, and Sarah has a 9 point, I believe that was 9.633.
9.933.
Something like that. 933, thank you. So Alex will take round 3. And this is round 4. Stackers, hands on timers.
Okay, Alex. He wants to stay alive. He means business.
Ready, set, go.
Will that fumbling be enough for him, though? That's the question. This cycle looks actually pretty close. Oh, I don't know who won that.
And Sarah was clean.
Both were clean. 7.052, 7.14. And it's going to be a 3-1 victory from Sarah.
7.052.
Consolidations
Sarah
to Alex
takes round
Penman.
4 and the match.
Consolidations again to Alex Penman. Great stacking from him, but it just wasn't enough for him to close it out. And it is going to be a 3-1 victory from Sarah. Sarah will stay alive in the tournament, and Alex Penman has been eliminated from PCS Double Down. Again, good work from him. He gave it his absolute best. GG's to him. You know, everybody show some love for Alex in the chat. Because remember, this is a sport, and we all are sport. You know, we all want to be good sports for everybody in this tournament. You know, it can be upsetting at times, but guess what? Now we have 4 stackers out of the tournament for the day. Both Wills, Will Allen and Will Orrell, have qualified for playoffs, and for Jason Bremen and Alex Penman, the road in this tournament has ended. Both are out 0-3 versus William Allen and Will Morrell, who have won 3-0. But guess what? We get to see, if I can type properly, we get to see some more stackers go head-to-head for a spot in the playoffs. 3 more stackers will own their spots in this next set of matches, Group A 2-1 matches. And it looks like our next matchup, oh, this is going to be spicy. Finley Newell versus Gabriel Temperley.
All right, Kian, we're good?
Yep.
All right.
Good luck, Gabe.
Stackers, this is round 1. Hands on timers.
Round number 1 underway. Remember,
Ready.
this match will get you qualified for playoffs.
Go.
You have to win it. Ooh, looked consistent from both
Finley
sides.
is
5.943 to 5.738.
Good game.
Finley has a 5.738, and Gabriel has a 5.943. Finley takes round 1.
Close match there, but a convincing round win for
Stackers.
For Finley
this is round 2.
For
Hands
Finley there.
on timers.
2 rounds away from playoffs for Finley Newell.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh. Oh, camera fell over. Technical difficulties.
Finley
6.540 on one side and 5.700 on the other side.
has
Finley
a
wants that spot in playoffs, and he is up 2-0 in this match.
6.546. Finley will be taking round 2. And this is round 3.
Finley Newell,
Stackers,
1 round
when
away
ready,
for a spot in
hands
playoffs.
on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, early start there from Gabriel, but the fumble's coming in from Finley. I believe that should be enough to close it out, and the cups fell over.
Finley
Gabriel
was
Temperley
clean.
will take a round, but he needs 2
Gabriel
more on
was
top of
clean.
that.
Finley has an 8.761, and Gabriel has a 5.911. Gabriel will be taking round 3, and this is round 4.
Round number
Stackers,
4 coming up.
when ready, hands on timers.
Gabriel attempting the reverse sweep, but Finley just needs 1 round on the
Ready.
board.
Set, go.
Ooh, early fumble there from both stackers, actually, it sounds like. But Finley cannot get that 3 to start. Is Finley going to be able to catch up before Gabriel does? No, he will not. Gabriel, 2 rounds in a row. We are
Finley
going
was
to
clean.
round 5. Another
And
chance
Gabriel was
for a
clean.
reverse sweep here.
Finley has a
Is it going to happen again?
12.360,
Finley got a
and
reverse
Gabriel
sweep
has
against
an
Evan,
8.780.
and now it's looking the other way.
Gabriel takes round 4, and this is round 5. Anything can happen, so stackers, hands on timers.
Round number 5 for a spot in playoffs. 1 stacker will have to keep
Ready.
trying.
Set, go.
Early fumble there from Gabriel, excuse me. And it looks really smooth from Finley, and that should be enough to
Finley was
secure it.
clean.
The reverse
And so
sweep
would
is
Gabriel.
denied. Finley Newell
Finley has a
with a 3-1
5.879,
match record will
and
guarantee
Gabriel
his
has an
spot in
8.811.
playoffs. Great stacking out of Finley. So much upset potential from that stacker alone. And again, consolidations to Gabriel Temperley. Put up a good fight. Almost had a reverse sweep in the works. But Finley was able to close things out. Finley will continue on in PCS Double Down. Gabriel will have to keep trying if he wants that spot in playoffs with now a 2-2 record. But remember, we are not done here just yet. We have plenty of more matches. 5 more matches for the 2-1 and 1-2 considered. And then we go to our 2-2 matches, our final 3 stackers to determine there. But we have 2 more stackers to get through to the playoffs right here and right now. And our next matchup, Billy Wilmoth versus Naoki Sukine. This should be spicy.
All right. And Naoki, we got a thumbs up from you. We are good to go. Can we have a warm-up from each of you?
The flash is coming out of Naoki. That's something I like to
All
see.
right, Kian, we're good?
We are good. And this is it.
All right, y'all, this is round 1.
Both of these guys are up 2-1. This is for a spot in the
Stackers,
playoffs. Of 1 stacker
hands on
will
timers.
advance to playoffs. 1 stacker will have to keep trying. Billy Wilmoth, Naoki Sukine.
Ready, set, go.
Oh, and a late fumble out of Naoki just barely saves Billy. And that's going to be the first
Billy
round
was
in
clean.
favor of Billy.
Naoki's clean.
Billy has
Oh,
a
that's-
6.453
that 110-1,
and
I
11,
feel
I
his
believe,
pain
had
there.
an 11.095.
Yeah.
All right, so Billy takes the first round. This is round 2. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Naoki is blazing fast. And he's so confident with these cups, too. Oh, deduction coming
Naoki's
out.
clean.
Oh, it's actually
Billy
clean. He
has
stopped
a
it properly.
6.741,
It won't matter either
and
way.
Naoki
Naoki
has
had
a
the faster time.
5.612. Naoki takes round 2. We're tied in score. This is round 3.
I cut my finger. Ow.
Are you okay, Billy?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just my pinky.
Ooh.
Oh,
So
this
probably
might be the
one-
reason why I lose the cheese cups at the moment.
Oh, this is round 3.
Minor injury coming in from Billy's side, but he seems to be alive.
Hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
But Billy doesn't care. He's stacking super consistently. I say that with bated breath. Caster's curse yet again.
Naoki's clean.
5.597
Billy has
from
a
Naoki.
7.241, and Naoki had a 5.597. Naoki takes round 3. This is round 4. Stackers, ready. Hands on timers.
Okay.
Breathe in, breathe out, because you're going to need it. 2 more rounds. Get a spot in playoffs, but you have to beat Naoki
Ready,
first.
set, go.
Oh, but Naoki is just in his element right now. Oh, I see that with bated breath. Oh, but Billy will stop it clean. And even if he doesn't, Naoki does get the 1-10-1 down. I am literally cursing everybody today. I apologize.
Billy has a 7.080.
This is going to a round 5, ladies and gentlemen.
483. Billy takes round 4, and this is round 5.
For a
Anything
spot
can
in
happen.
playoffs. This is for a spot in playoffs. One stacker will get their spot in playoffs.
Hands on
One
timers
stacker
when
will have to
ready.
keep trying. Who will it be?
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, early drop comes from Naoki off the table. A stack station. Oh, but early fumbles from the 6-6. Is Naoki going to be able to catch up here? Who's going to finish this out? Billy will do it. That was so close. That was down to the damn wire. But Billy has done it. 3-2. The comeback is there. Billy Wilmoth, he will advance to the playoffs.
15.035.
I cannot believe it. That was so close. That was so goddamn close. Love in the chat for Billy. He fell short at PYRA Cup All-Stars, but he will not fall short this time around. 3-2 in the comeback against Naoki. Naoki has to keep trying, but Billy is going to playoffs. He has done it. Oh my goodness. I think you can see the chat. That's what everybody wanted to see. Everybody wanted to see Billy get a spot in playoffs. They wanted to see him continue on in the tournament, and they will get their wishes. Billy is going to playoffs. Get some love in the chat for him. And get some love in the chat for our next matchup. Evan Cloud versus Gianni Barletta for our for our 5th spot in the playoffs. Evan Cloud, Gianni Barletta, thumbs
Each of
up
you will be getting
right now.
warm-up.
Return to form for Gianni, but Evan Cloud is just...
Kian, we're good to go?
We are now, if I can find the right scene. Yeah, we're good.
All right, cool. Stackers, this is round 1. Hands
Apologies for
on
that. I couldn't find the right
timers.
scene, but it doesn't matter. 2-1 matches. Evan Cloud, Gianni Barletta for a spot in playoffs.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, fumbles from both sides, but Evan will be the one to close it out first, it
Evan
seems.
was clean.
6.988 to 6.565.
Evan had
Excuse
a
me.
6.988.
And Gianni had a
Gianni had a
6.565.
6.565.
Again,
yes.
the delay there is throwing me
So,
off a little bit. Gianni actually
takes
won
round 1.
Gianni actually won the first round.
All right, this is round 2. Stackers, hands on timers.
A 1-0 lead versus Evan. This would be an upset and a half if you were able to pull this off.
Ready, set, go.
Early fumble there out of Evan. And Gianni looks like he just cannot keep his cups in the same stack. He will close it out
Right.
there, 6.420.
I'm sorry, Evan was clean.
And an 8.18 from
Gianni
Gianni.
was clean.
Score is now
All
tied
right.
1-1.
Evan had a 6.420, and Gianni had an 8.103. Evan takes round 2. This is round 3. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
1-1. Who's going to take the early lead?
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, oh, a fumble on that 1-10-1, and it's going to cost Evan. Oh, but a deduction from Gianni. We're going to need a call here.
Evan
I believe
was
it
clean.
does favor.
Gianni had
At
one
5 point-
deduction.
It does
Evan
go in
has
favor
an
of Gianni, though.
097.
Gianni,
Yes.
you did still win
Gianni
because of
has-
the deduction.
I had 1 cup fall. I don't know if that matters, but
Either way, you would still win. We'll say
Yeah,
2
you're multiple
deductions
seconds
maximum.
ahead.
Yeah. So Gianni wins round 3.
Gianni wins round 3, 2-1 in the series.
And this is round 4.
This is his chance. He could upset
Stackers
majorly
ready.
here.
But
One
hands
round
on
away
timer.
from playoffs. Gianni didn't get even close to making playoffs at PYRA Cup All-Stars.
Oh.
And he wants vengeance. Evan Cloud has to tie together 2 in a row. Oh, I'm not sure who won that.
Evan was
6.091 versus
Evan has a
5.964.
6.091,
Another
and Gianni
upset
has a
on the board. I
5.964.
cannot believe it.
Gianni takes
Gianni
round 4
Barletta.
and the match.
Another upset in the books, ladies and gentlemen. It's happened. Gianni Barletta went from 0-7 at PYRA Cup All-Stars to 3-1 in the group stage at PCS Double Down. He has qualified for playoffs. He has upset Evan Cloud. We will see him on Championship Saturday. I cannot believe that actually just happened. On one side, that is amazing for Gianni. Like, huge credit to him. He was able to take down, it was like a Damon versus Goliath type of thing. The #1 ranked stacker in the PPR. And on the other side, what happened to Evan? Where is Evan right now? We are missing Evan Cloud. This is not the Evan I know. He got reverse swept by Finley. He was able to pull out a convincing, convincing third match to go up 2-1. But he's on the chopping block as well. He's now 2-2 in matches. If he loses another match, he will not qualify to playoffs. Anything is possible here, ladies and gentlemen. Anything is possible. And you know what else is possible? Our next match, which is going to begin our 1 and 2 matches for the group stage here at PCS Double Down. These are elimination matches. These are some of the most important matches we're going to have here. We're just going to clear the scores real quick, and then we are going to get into our next set of matches. It's going to be Gavin Silifant versus Sarah Quinn to determine who is going to be eliminated, determine who is going to qualify. Here
it's going to be
we
Gavin
go.
Silifant versus Sarah Quinn to determine.
There we go.
Somebody watching my broadcast.
All right.
Somebody's watching
So
my
Kian,
broadcast.
I think we're good, right?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. We've already done our 1 warm-up, so we're going to round 1. Stackers.
Remember, the loser of this
hands-on
match is
timers.
eliminated from PCS Double Down. The winner stays alive.
Wait. My timer just turned off. Sorry. My bad.
Oh, it's okay.
All good, all good.
Ready, set, go.
I'm still in complete and utter shock from that Gianni match. I'm so happy for Gianni, man. I'm so happy for him. It was not an easy road, and he was still able to pull it
Gavin
off.
was clean.
7.294 to 9.494.
Gavin has a
Gavin will start off
7.294,
1-0.
and Sarah has a 9.494.
Now, this is actually Sarah this time.
Gavin takes round 1. And this is round 2. Stackers, hands-on timers. Ready, set, go.
Slight fumble on both of those starts. A fumble on that 6-6. It looks like it's going to cost Sarah. It will.
Gavin
And
is
there
clean.
you go. Gavin, a 2-0 lead.
is also
Sarah
clean.
must win
Gavin has
3
a
rounds in a row.
7.163.
In a
Sarah
row.
has an 8.066.
In order to stay alive at PCS Double
Gavin
Down.
takes round 2.
Gavin is 1 round away
All right,
from continuing
this is
on.
round
Sarah,
3.
1 round away. This is elimination point
Stackers.
for Sarah.
Hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, early fumbles. And late fumbles as well. I think that's going to be it.
Gavin was clean.
6.560,
So is Sarah.
7.845.
6.560.
It will be a 3-0
and Sarah
sweep.
has a 7.845,
Consolidations to
I believe
Sarah,
that said.
but it just won't be
So
enough.
Gavin wins
Silifant will
round
continue
3
on,
and the
and
match.
Sarah Quinn has been eliminated from PCS Double Down. Again, great work from Sarah. A great resilience there to ensure that she did not lose the tournament 0-3 without winning a single match. She did walk away with her head held high with a match win under her belt. This is the most competitive tournament in the world, and there is no room for mistakes, and Gavin was just the better stacker in this match. So great work from Gavin. We'll be seeing him continue on. The show is not over just yet. And I believe he actually has a very difficult matchup against Evan Cloud to see if he continues on in the tournament, to see if he continues on for playoffs. And then our next matchup to determine who will continue on and who will be eliminated, Ethan Hester versus Maxim Savaras. Let's get into it.
Can anyone else see Maxim?
I can.
Yes.
I'll be right back, Ben. I'll be right back.
Maxim shows up fine for me. I don't know.
There we go. I don't know why that keeps happening. All right, can we get a thumbs up from both of you?
Good work from Sarah, and you know she'll be there in the background
Oh,
cheering on her
Ethan
sister.
bringing out the Gopher Cups.
The
Here
Gopher
we go.
Cups?
That's yeah.
Oh, that is just.
All right.
Oh,
You
he's
each get
trolling
one
his.
warm-up.
He's trolling his competitor, Ethan Hester versus Maxim Savaras. Warm up underway.
All right, this is round 1.
Round 1, we're on the
Stackers,
way.
hands on
Elimination match
timers.
here. Loser stays home.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, a slider from Maxim will be fixed late. That will be a deduction. Just keep that in mind. 7.939. I don't think the deduction will matter
Maxim.
either way.
Ethan has a 7.939, and Maxim,
I think mine had a deduction.
It did.
either way, you still win.
It doesn't
It would be
matter. 6.526. It would be a 7.526.
7.526. Either way, you win that one. So Maxim takes round 1. And this is round 2. Stackers, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Round number 2 underway. I didn't even give Maxim his first score because I wasn't sure if he had actually won that round. And if consistency goes his favor, which it will, I believe.
Ethan had a 7.315 and Maxim had a 7.098. Maxim takes round 2.
Now this is the brink of elimination
This is
for
round
Maxim
3.
Savaras. Elimination point now.
Good luck.
Stackers, hands on timers.
3 rounds demanded of Ethan, 1 round for
Ready,
Maxim.
set, go.
Consistency from both stackers, it looks like. Oh, but the finish there, I'm not sure who's
Ethan
got
was
it.
clean.
That was clean. I'm not sure who
Maxim
has
had a
that there.
deduction.
All right, thank you. So because of the deduction, Ethan has a 6.878.
Oh, there was a deduction
and
there.
Maxim has a 7.824.
Deduction called by the
Ethan
judges.
Takes round 3.
That barely
This
scrapes
is
by
round
for
4.
Ethan, but he still needs to win 2 more. This is not the end of the discussion
Stackers,
yet.
when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, early fumble there from Maxim. And it looks like Ethan's going to take advantage of it. Multiple fumbles, though. Ethan's going for the speed, but sorry,
was clean.
Maxim was going for the speed.
So
Ethan
Maxim.
has the consistency
Ethan has
as
an
well.
8.248.
And this
Maxim
is where
a
he gets nervous. A reverse sweep in the
10.702.
works, potentially
Ethan
for Maxim.
Takes round 4.
1 round away
This
for
is
both
round
stackers.
5, everyone.
Round 5. 1 stacker continues
Anything
on.
can
1
happen,
stacker's
so
eliminated.
please, Stackers, hands on timers.
Who will continue in the tournament? Who is going out now?
Ready, set, go.
Has to be perfect. Speed automatically from Maxim. Ethan just trying to be consistent. Oh, but Maxim has a deduction. I don't think it will matter.
Ethan was clean.
Let's see the time.
Maxim had a deduction.
Maxim had
Thank
the
you.
deduction.
Ethan had
Maxim, what was your time?
11.476.
I didn't know I was muted. Sorry. 641.
Okay,
So
6.415.
7.415.
It
is
won't
the
matter
deduction.
either way.
Maxim.
Everybody
wins
hold
round
your
5
breath.
and the match.
Nice
Very
job.
well done job to both of you. Unfortunately, we'll be saying goodbye to Ethan Hester.
You did well.
As he mentioned, a 2-3 loss for Ethan Hester will eliminate him from PCS Double Down. That will be the end of the road for Ethan. But good work from Maxim to stay alive in the tournament. And whew, that match was close. Had you holding your breath a little bit there because you were like, oh my God, is Maxim not going to be able to close this out? You know? But he was able to close it out in the end of the day. So we're all thankful for that. But he has more work to do. He is now 2-2 in matches, and we have one more 1-2 match to determine who gets another shot at playoffs and who is going home here. And this is a spicy matchup. Our final 1-2 match, Caitlyn, Quinn, Tristan, Playmondone. For our final 1-2 match, one stacker will go 2-2. One stacker is going out.
Again. There we
All
go.
good.
All right. So, stackers, this is round 1. Hands on timers.
Round number 1.
Ready.
Staying alive.
Set. Go.
Ooh, slider for Caitlyn there. And consistency out of Tristan. Does he stop that fast
Caitlyn was
enough?
clean.
And so was Tristan.
Tristan is clean as well.
Caitlyn
it
has
doesn't
an
matter.
8.480 and Tristan had a 6.570.
Oh.
Tristan takes round 1. All right. This is round 2. Stackers, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, fumbles out of Tristan, though. Caitlyn's going to make it clean and easy. We're going to
Caitlyn
tie
was
things
clean.
up. 6-4. 1-1 for both
So
stackers.
Tristan.
Caitlyn had a 6.043 and Tristan had a 9.263, I believe.
Yep.
All right. So Caitlyn takes round 2 and the score is tied.
I think that's Sarah in the
All right,
background
this is
losing her
round
mind over
3.
this match.
Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
USA versus Canada. Who is going to prevail?
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, fumbles for both stackers. Tristan can't keep his cup up, and I think that's going to cost
Caitlyn
him
was clean.
the deduction will for sure.
2 deductions.
2 deductions for Tristan
Caitlyn
there.
had a 7.752.
775.
Tristan has a 10.779 because of 2 deductions. Caitlyn takes round 3, and this is round 4.
Caitlyn is up 2-1.
Stackers,
Elimination
hands on
point for
timers.
Tristan. Win 2 rounds or you are done. Anything is
Ready.
possible here.
Set.
We've seen upsets today
Go.
already. Are we going to see another? Super consistent out of Caitlyn. Oh, and just as I say that, the fumbles come in. Tristan isn't going down without a fight. It's going to be a round 5 on the
Caitlyn was
boards
clean.
for sure.
Caitlyn has an
Tristan was clean.
8.908 and Tristan has
Oh,
a
no.
6.776. Tristan takes round 4, and we're on to round 5.
Two are laughing
Remember
and
that
bobbling
anything
like crazy.
can happen.
Anything
Hey,
is
good luck.
possible. Anything
luck.
is possible. To stay
Stackers,
alive in the
this is round
tournament.
5. Hands on timers.
One stays alive, one is eliminated. Who will it be?
Ready, set, go.
Oh, fumbles coming in from both sides. Who's going to be able to close this out properly? It's going to be Caitlyn. She does it in
Caitlyn
the
was
end.
clean.
And Tristan was
7.647.
clean.
And I think
Caitlyn
that's
has a
going to be enough. It
7.647,
will be
and Tristan has an
3-2.
8.898.
Caitlyn Quinn stays
Caitlyn
alive.
wins
USA
round
stays strong.
5 and the
Tristan
match.
Hey,
is
good luck,
out.
Tristan.
I cannot believe that just happened. Tristan Playmondone. I've probably been butchering his name all broadcast. Won't have to worry about it too much further. He has been eliminated from PCS Double Down. That's quite shocking. Honestly, that is quite shocking. I'm not sure if he hasn't gotten a lot of practice. I'm not sure what the current situation is. But I know how good Tristan is as a stacker. That did not look like final form Tristan. I could just see it. It just, something was off. I'm not sure if he was using the right cups or what. But consolidations to Tristan. He did the best he could with the situation that he had. but it will not be enough. We'll fall to 1-3 in the records and the rankings, and Caitlyn Quinn will survive in the tournament. And we're going to see what happens next. Just a moment here, ladies and gentlemen, as I have to change a couple visual things. But yes, we look like we are ready for our next matchup, and this is going to be the final 3 matches we have today. These 3 matches will determine the 3 stackers that advance to the playoffs and the 3 stackers that are out of the tournament that will be eliminated from PCS Double Down. Our first matchup, Gabriel Temperley versus Caitlyn Quinn.
All right. So, Kian, we're good now?
All good.
All right. This is round 1. Stackers.
Round 1.
Hands
So done.
on timers.
Winner advances, loser is out.
Ready. Set. Go. Gabriel had 1 deduction.
Caitlyn was clean.
Caitlyn's was clean. Gabriel had a deduction. Caitlyn starts off 1-0.
And Caitlyn had a 6.434. Caitlyn wins round 1. This is round 2.
I can hear you, Sarah.
Stackers.
Yeah, we can hear you, Sarah.
Hands on timers.
Just so you know, Sarah, we can hear you in the background.
Ready.
Peter said back
Set.
to Fortnite for Tristan.
Oh.
Hey, we poke fun at it from time to time. Ooh, early fumble there from Caitlyn, and it looks like Gabriel is trying to close this out, and it sounds like he did.
Gabriel was clean.
5.96 to 7.08.
Caitlyn was clean.
Gabriel had a 5.967, and Caitlyn had a 7.081. Gabriel takes round 2. This is round 3. Stackers, hands on timers.
2 rounds for both stackers. Who will do it?
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, fumble from Caitlyn Quinn. That's going to cost her that cycle. 5.990 for Gabriel.
Gabriel has a 5.990.
One
Caitlyn has a
round away
9.564.
for Gabriel.
Gabriel takes round 3, and this is round 4.
Sarah has to tie together 2.
Stackers,
Gabriel just needs 1 round
timers,
to qualify.
1 ready. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, early fumble there from Caitlyn. She's able to eliminate Tristan, but it won't be Gabriel this time around. 5.930. Gabriel Temperley has qualified to playoffs.
Gabriel is clean.
And Caitlyn Quinn just barely fallen short. Consolidations to her. It was a good matchup. A great performance from Caitlyn, but just shy off the mark. Caitlyn Quinn has been eliminated from PCS Double Down, and that's the Quinn twins out of the tournament, which makes me so sad. But good performances from both of them. They should be very proud of themselves for going as far as they did. And Gabriel, huge congratulations. You're going to playoffs. We'll be seeing you on Championship Saturday. That's got to be exciting for him, I'm sure. And we're getting our next matchup right underway. But really quickly, shout-outs to Lee Norton in the chat. I'm not even sure if Lee still stacks anymore, but it's just awesome to see him still in the community regardless. Shout-outs, Lee. Love you, man. And we have our next 2-2 matchup. Winner qualifies to playoffs. Loser is out. It's going to be Naoki Sukine versus... Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Versus Maxim Savaras. I was looking off to the wrong side.
One warm-up from each of you. All right.
Winner qualifies, loser is
round
out. It's
1.
as simple as that.
Stackers, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh. Really smooth out of Naoki there, and I don't think Maxim can
Maxim
keep up.
is clean.
5.659.
Maxim has a 6.750, and Naoki had a 5.659. Naoki takes round 1.
He could have had a deduction there and still would have won the round.
All right, this is round 2. Stackers, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
A slider from Maxim there, and I'm not sure if it's gonna matter.
Maxim had 1 deduction.
1 deduction from Maxim.
And Naoki was clean.
Naoki's was clean, and it was faster as well. 2-0 now.
At a 5.660.
3 rounds demanded of Maxim. 3 rounds demanded of Maxim to stay alive.
This is round 3. And on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, a fumble on that 110-1. Oh, this might be close. Let's see who actually wins it.
Maxim's clean.
660 to 746. That is going to be a 3-0 in the 2-2 matches.
6.603.
And that is going to be Naoki qualifying for playoffs. For Maxim, it was a valiant effort, and you're going against one of the best stackers in the world. You did your very best, but it's just not going to be enough. But consolidations to Maxim. He did make it all the way to the 5th match of the day. He did make it to 5 matches, so credit where credit is due, but Naoki was just the better stacker in that match. And that is going to be Naoki. We will be seeing him on Championship Saturday. We are going to see him in playoffs. And ladies and gentlemen, there is one more match for us to do, and it's already ready. So let's just get into it. No more beating around the bush.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be Evan Cloud versus Gavin Silifant. I am so
excited. Can we get a thumbs up from both of you? All right, can we get 1 warm-up?
Evan has had a bit of a bumpy road getting here. Lost 1-3 to Gianni, just could not keep his cups up.
All right.
Right.
This
is where it has to change. This
Stackers
is the final match. Evan Cloud, Gavin Silifant, who is going to playoffs? Will it be the #1 ranked stacker in the world?
Ready?
Or will Gavin upset yet again?
Go.
Super consistent from Evan. Consistency in his name and consistency is his game. 603.
Evan was clean.
Gavin was clean.
That's going to be a 1-round lead for Evan Cloud.
And Gavin has a 7.022. Evan takes round 1. All right. This is round 2. Stackers, hands on timers.
All right. 1-0 lead for Evan.
Ready.
Can Gavin bounce back?
Set. Go.
Ooh, that looked like a close match. 6-0-9-7
Oh, you gotta
to
be kidding me.
6.4-0-0. It was a close match, but Evan Cloud takes it 1 round away from playoffs.
Evan takes round 2.
But he's been in this spot before. He was up 2-0. Oh, sorry, he was up 1-0.
Stackers, when ready.
Yeah, up 2-0 in the round.
On timers.
In the match, 1-0 in the group against Finley.
Ready.
He needs to close it out here.
Go.
Ooh, an early fumble from Evan. This is going to give Gavin a chance to capitalize, and it looks like he will. Gavin not going down without a fight, but that fumble may have costed Evan his spot in playoffs.
8.201, and Gavin has a 6.567.
He has that championship jersey for a reason. Evan has resilience, but he needs to be able to close this out.
All right, this is round 4. Stackers, hands on timers.
We need one really good cycle out of Evan here. Gavin has a chance to upset.
Set, go.
Oh, a fumble on the 1-10-1. I'm not sure if that's going to cost him. I think it did. I think that may have costed him that round. It will have by a lot. A huge fumble on the 1-10-1. This is where you start to get nervous. This is where you start to panic. You're up 2-0. You're dominating.
And this
one
is round
round to determine who's going to playoffs.
Of the day.
Will Evan Cloud be able to defend his title, or Gavin steal it away from him?
Round 5.
One round.
Stackers,
who is going to playoffs and who is staying home? This is where legends are made.
Ready, set, go.
Oh my god, my heart. I'm nervous for them. I'll be able to get the cycle. Evan's super smooth, and he closes it out. He has done it. Evan almost on the brink of collapse. 5.963.
Gavin, is your timer working?
Yeah, five. Oh wait, for Gavin.
Gavin, yeah.
Is Gavin's timer not stopping?
I think I powered it off when I started.
What?
I don't know. I powered it on and it was nothing.
Okay, so Gavin.
Yeah.
Kian, can we just get a check? Can Gavin redo his attempt?
He can redo his attempt, but Evan will keep his time.
That's what I meant.
Okay, go ahead, Gavin.
Good luck, Gavin. You got one more attempt.
So Gavin has a chance to beat it. Is he gonna do it?
Gavin was clean.
Did he do it?
Evan has a 5.963.
Oh
and
my
Gavin
God,
has a
my heart! I can't even. I don't even know what's going
Evan
on.
Takes round 5 and the match.
He was able to do it.
Very well done.
Great, Evan.
Good stuff from both stackers. Bro, my heart's racing. My heart was racing for them. I'm not even competing anymore. And this is too much for me to deal with. Evan Cloud was up 2-0. Gavin nearly ties 3 rounds together for the comeback. Almost taking out the #1 stacker in the PPR, eliminating him from the tournament. But just shy off the mark. Evan Cloud breathes a sigh of relief. He will qualify for PCS Double Down playoffs. We will see him on Championship Saturday. And I understand if your heart was beating out there a little bit too fast. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude our group stage for Group A. But we are not done yet. We're going to head over to a quick intermission, and then we will be back with the PCS Analyst Desk. We'll take a final look at the standings, and we will talk more about the stackers we'll be seeing tomorrow for Group B. Don't go anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the PYRA Cup Championship Series, and welcome back to the PCS Analyst Desk presented by Advanced GG. Unfortunately, I think Ethan just had too many connection issues, so unfortunately we won't be having him on for the first part of the Analyst Desk. But we still got John Skinnell to my left. And John, what a day of matches after that 2-0 segment. And I want to start by talking about probably the most shocking match that happened straight up all day. Gianni Barletta versus Evan Cloud, both up 2-1 in their matches. This was the match to get them to playoffs. Gianni wins a 3-1 against Evan Cloud to upset and get his spot in the playoffs. I want to hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, I was just looking in chat. Somebody asked what do you think was the biggest upset, and I was going to go with that. Evan didn't have the best day. I mean, maybe it was too much pressure being number one in the PPR rankings.
Yeah.
I'd expect him to bounce back next week, though. And he did what he needed to do. All he needed to do today was qualify, and he did that.
Exactly.
But Gianni Barletta, great bounce back performance from All-Stars, where, like you said earlier, he didn't win a single match. He qualifies with a 3-1 record today. So great performance by him.
Yeah, I totally agree. And for Evan Cloud, you get to breathe a sigh of relief. You know, you had a situation where you got reverse swept by Finley, and then you had another situation where you almost got reverse swept by in that last match against Gavin, I think it was. And that match, oh my God, that was, that gets your heartbeat because we think, okay, Evans won it. He's up 2-0. There's no way he loses this. And then it goes to a 2-2. And then even in that matchup, it's like Gavin's timer didn't start. So it was like, oh my God, is Gavin going to one-shot attempt beat, Evan here? That match was like, that was like where you were holding the edge of your chair. But John, I want to hear it from you. With the results that you've seen today, do any of your thoughts about any of these stackers and their current strengths and weaknesses, has anything really changed, or did this kind of go according to plan for you?
I don't think there was too many surprises in who qualified. As I said earlier, both Billy and Finley looked good in the first half. I'm going to add to that list Gabriel Temperley. He went 3-2 today, had some good performances, especially against Finley. He lost 3-2. It was a great match. Unfortunately, he was on the losing end of it, but that was one of the better matches from the second half, I would say.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at all of these matches that happened, you see the people who just fell short. Of course, Gavin, when we talk about that match versus Evan, Caitlyn tried as much as she could to make it through. 2-2 record would have been awesome to see her make it to playoffs. Just fell a little bit short here. And then Naoki versus Maxim, that was a complete blowout. Feelings for Maxim, just kind of, you think that by 3-2 or by the 2-2 record, you get maybe a bit of an easier matchup, and then you get Naoki and you're like, ugh. But at the same time, this is great news for you, John. This was your dark horse candidate, and he did make it through.
Yeah, I'm really glad about that. I hope it's good to see that didn't put too much pressure on him. He was looking great, especially in that last match. I think he had 2 5.6s in a row, so he's looking very clean, very consistent. So I definitely still listing him as a dark horse, or maybe after today he can't be considered a dark horse. Everyone knows. Maybe everybody's on notice right now.
Yeah, and that's kind of the other thing is one of the other stackers that I wouldn't say maybe was a huge dark horse, but was definitely if we're talking about winning the entire tournament, is still definitely a dark horse. But somebody who had an amazing performance today, 3-0 in the standings, did not lose a match. Will Allen had a field day with his matches. A 3-1 victory versus Finley Newell. And then what was that next match that he had? I don't know because it got edited out. Oh, there is a 3-1 versus Gabriel Temperley, and I think he 3-0'd in his first match. Nope, 3-1 versus Gavin Silifant. So actually quite consistent on how he went 3-1 in all of his matches. A 3-0 record. Is this are we just completely not recognizing Will Allen in this conversation, or is this just an overperformance from him? What do you think?
I mean, before the competition, I wouldn't have considered him a dark horse to win. I think he was up there. Not quite as high as Ian and Orrell, but I'm not too surprised by his 3-0 performance today, and I'm looking forward to next week seeing him either go against Orrell or Ian at some point, maybe the semifinals, finals. I think he can make a deep run in this tournament.
Well, we have so many more competitors to see. Remember, this was just day 1 of competition. We have 3 days of competition total, and we have 16 new faces that we're going to be seeing tomorrow. Because it's not just a one-day tournament. We're not lame like that. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to take a quick moment to actually pull up the records for our next group is going to be our Group B records. We're going to take a look at the stackers here. Cheng Kang Ian, Trey Griffith, Karif Ullah, Luke Gargion, Spencer Lath, Nathan Wood, Tyler Hollis, Tyler Fano, TJ Koneski, Joshua Kleindienst, Caden Gonzalez, Tyson Parmalee, Ian Hing, Jameson Squick, Kieran Ellion, and John Rocco, the one, the only. We've got some stacked talent on the other side of this bracket, and I'm excited to see these guys compete. John, are there any names like automatically that stand out as somebody else who isn't like the Cheng Kangians and the William Morrells of the world, but somebody that's expected or should make a deep run in this tournament?
I go with Tyler Hollis. Tyler Hollis is coming off of back-to-back wins in his last two tournaments at Cowtown and Hotlanta, as well as a top 3 finish at juniors. So he is certainly one of the favorites besides Ian. Karif Ullah, he's is definitely known for his consistency, which is very helpful in tournaments when you're going head-to-head. And then one more name I'll throw out there is Tyler Fano.
Of course.
He was impressive at Hotlanta. I got that 5.2 cycle to win 4 cycle. So those are 3 names besides Ian that I would expect to qualify tomorrow.
Well, anything is possible in the world of cup stacking. We saw today, and we're going to see more action tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude the PCS Analyst Desk, and it's going to conclude the broadcast from myself, John Scannell, Ethan Jones, and the rest of the broadcasting crew. We thank you so much for watching the broadcast today, and from wherever you're watching in the world, I hope you have a good morning, evening, afternoon, good day, and good night. We'll see you tomorrow. Check Daylight Savings Time.